It is Thursday, June 4th. It is time to get in the weeds. I'm Don Callis family member Jeremy Lambert. That is Don Callis family member SP3. And we have plenty of Don Callis family member business to talk about today. SP3, how are you?
Unlike everybody else who joined the Don Callis family over the last 24 hours, I've been shooting in this Don Callis family gym for a very long time. I am a first generation Don Callis family member, while all of y'all are like 15th generation Don Callis family members. I was the first generation, and I'm glad to be one of the settlers of the Don Callis family.
Settlers, you. I just think of like Facebook when you would do like the cropping with the farms and everything. Like I feel like that's you're shooting in the Facebook farm gym with the settlers reference there. We're gonna talk about Dynamite. We're gonna talk about Dynamite today. I told SP3 off the air, but I'll set this up now. I think I'm a little just like down on wrestling in general, and so I don't think the show was bad last night. It just didn't do anything for me, and I'm going to recognize that as a me problem and not like a show quality problem. So I don't want it to sound like I'm burying the show as far as like the quality of it, because I do think it was like a good show. It just didn't do anything for me, and there was stuff that like I actually did fully dislike, but then there was stuff I did like. We'll get into that. We got SP3s. Are you doing best matches of the week or the month? I forget if you did of the month on Tuesday because I have no memory.
I mean, if you want me to do of the month, I can put that together.
Okay. Oh, we can just do week. We can do week.
I
put week
week,
in the description because it's always week, but then I was like, oh, it's the end of June, so maybe we'll do month. I have my worst of the month. Yeah, end of May. Beginning of June. See, I don't know anything.
Time has no meaning to Jeremy right now because he hates wrestling. He hates basketball.
Yeah.
He hates hockey.
Yeah, all of it. I didn't watch a single second of the game last night. I didn't watch a single second of the Stanley Cup Finals. I have no idea who won either of these games. So congratulations to your team if they won, and I'm sorry if your team lost. I know you're
Knicks in 6.
Did they win last night?
Heard it here. Yeah, they won.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah. Shut down Wemby. Wemby's worst game of the playoffs, and Carl Anthony Towns showed Chet Holmgren what he should have done: just attack him.
Put on some size. Chet can attack him. That's the problem. He's too thin. Like, and Chet's just scared. So, Towns doesn't. I'm happy. I don't know if the Knicks will win. I still don't think they will. I'll be happy for Karl Anthony Towns if they do, because that dude's gone through a lot. He's gotten a lot of criticism that is a lot of times undeserved, and especially when you see how Julius Randle is playing in Minnesota. So a lot of times undeserved criticism. So I'll be very happy if Karl Anthony Towns and the Knicks do win a championship. I'll also find it very funny if Jalen Brunson wins a title before Luka Doncic. That would just be hilarious to me. But I know your facepalming is like a Lakers fan. That's more of a shot at like Mavericks fans because
I know.
Or the Mavericks
lost both of them. Yeah, Mavericks lost both of them. So
Yeah, the Mavericks in general.
That might be the greatest fumble of the 2020s. Is the Mavericks had Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic, two of the top players in the league, and they left. And one's winning a championship, and the other is a Laker. So.
Yeah, we're gonna play a game at the end of this show. SP3. I don't know. It's a basketball specific game, so people can tune out if they would like. My friend turned me on to this website. It's called 82 and 0. Have you heard about this? Have you seen this?
Nope.
No. Okay. All right. Well, I'll give it out at the end. But if you have heard about it, then maybe you're familiar with it. And if you haven't, we'll introduce the world to this website 82 and 0, and we'll see how well we can do with this. All right. Mr. Towns saying, Jeremy, WWE got Jeremy not liking pro wrestling is a crime. I don't like pro wrestling in general, but I just feel, and it is largely WWE. I will say that. And then it's just bleeding over. It's also just like everything right now. Like I mentioned this at the end of the show, I am just kind of down a little. I've felt very depressed over the past few nights. I think it has to do a little bit with the, my dad passed away a couple years ago on June 6th. June 6th is creeping up, and so I just feel like I'm down because of that. And so I just don't feel like attached to anything right
That's
now.
fair.
And in wrestling, just because wrestling is such a big part of my life, seeing as it's my job, wrestling kind of takes the biggest hit of that because I'm like, all right, well, what's the thing that I do the most? Oh, it's cover pro wrestling. I don't really feel like doing that right now. So it's not just WWE. It's just a me like mentally kind of thing right now. Is it Joel Pearl level AEW hate? I don't know if I'm hating
I
on
don't
him.
think so. I think you sound more indifferent than hating,
I
which may
sound
be
okay.
worse. Which
Yeah.
may be worse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Louis, Will, and maybe the other Mikey V tries to play 0 and 82 with it. That's actually pretty good. I like that, Mikey V. All right, so they're familiar. They're familiar with it, so they know what's up with it. We'll play a couple rounds at the end of the game with me and SP3 here. I appreciate
Sounds
it,
good.
everybody. Yeah, it's just one of those periods for me. I'm sure it'll be it'll get better over time. Yeah, that's the other thing is Wimby doesn't hate Cat yet. Maybe he will after
That's
this
also true.
series, but
Yeah, that's also true.
he
He
completely
was getting
hates.
pushed around, man. He was settling for he didn't get one lob in the whole game. He was just settling for too many jump shots, and
Oh,
he had 6 turnovers.
hey, look, good on the Knicks. Honestly,
Yeah,
good on the
yeah.
Knicks. They
The Knicks have totally like watching the game. I was like, okay, they're actually playing defense now. I was like, this
they've
is
been playing
amazing.
defense all
Yeah,
playoffs.
yeah, they have. I just been not been watching them closely because they've been winning. So I don't want to see that type of thing. But I watched the NBA finals and I was just like, wow, their defense is greatly improved.
Yeah, they've been playing defense all playoffs. It's a completely different team than what we've seen in the regular season. We'll see. It's a long series, and most likely it's at least a 4 game series. So still some games left to be played. Guys, if you're here, leave a thumbs up on the video. There we go. Leave us a super chat. Get your question, comment, statement read on the air. Tap the bell for notifications. Subscribe to the channel. All that fun stuff here to do at Fightful Overbooked and Fightful.com if you want to go there to the writing portion of the website. So we've got SP3's matches of the week. I have my worst of the month of May. Women's tag team wrestling in WWE tops the list once again. Spoiler alert.
Never fails. Never fails. They always know how to
Well,
deliver for you.
they keep putting on these matches. So what do you want me to say about it? We are going to talk about Dynamite. Before we kind of get into that, did you finish Perfect Match?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What were your thoughts?
I'm not surprised by the winner, especially considering what happened in the finale and how all the other couples were talking about Dave and Sophie. I'm familiar with Sophie mainly because I watched that season of Love Is Blind UK, and I thought that she should have been on it more because I think she does have a good personality for reality television. Dave, he was just too much of a slut for me, where I was just like, this is never gonna work out. So what I do now when I watch Perfect Match is after I'm done watching it, I just go on, because usually either People or one of these other sites will have an interview and update you
Yeah.
on all of these couples, and I immediately went there and I was like, oh, they're not together. No
Yeah.
surprise there.
None of
No
them are
surprise
ever
there.
together.
But the couple that I did think, I was like, they should probably win. And I think that this can actually work out because Jimmy is not a reality star. Allison and Jimmy, I was like, that can actually
Yeah.
work out because he's not a reality star. He's a content creator. So he hasn't been infested by the need to do countless amounts of reality television. Now that he's been on a reality television show, he might get into that. And they're not like together roses and getting married and all of that, but they are trying to figure it out from the article that I read. So I was like, okay, at least there's a couple that is not completely not together on this season, unlike last season where all of them, including the winners, broke up within a month of the end of the show. And everybody else that broke up, it kind of made sense. The Yeaman and Natalie, I was waiting for that. When you told me that something interesting happened with that
Right.
at the end, I'm like, oh, everybody's talking nice about them. I was like, I wonder what Jeremy was talking about. And then I waited for the post credit scene, and then she's with Chris now. This makes sense because, like I said, I saw Yeaman on Love Is Blind All Stars in the UK, and I know he's still with the person. I found that out from the article as well, that he's still with Whitney from Love Island UK. He's still with her, so I was like, okay, that makes sense that didn't work out. But now they're not even friends. I was like, this is the issue with dating your friends, is because if it doesn't work out, y'all are not going to be friends anymore.
I assume you probably read the same article we did. It was like from People or Us Weekly or
Yeah.
something. They give like the update. My wife does the same thing. Is she? Because I don't think they do like a reunion for this. If
No.
they do, they've been putting it on Nick Vale's channel, but it's like unedited, so it's like 3 hours.
I
And I'm like, I don't have time for all
I
that.
remember. I think you told me about that with Age of Attraction. I was
Yeah.
like, I still haven't gone out of my way to watch that. I was like, that's way too
Nah.
long. That's way too
Yeah.
long. I don't like these people enough.
Yeah, we watched the first like hour of it, and it was so boring because like they let it's the unedited thing, so it's like I don't just give me the highlights. I don't care about this like filler content and like you people aren't actually arguing and everything. Like just give me the highlights of what's going on here. So the unedited reunions are awful. So I don't even know if they did a perfect match reunion. But yeah, so she reads the article afterwards of like who's still together and stuff, and we saw the same thing about Sophie and Dave. I liked them. I thought they were fun. Dave is a slut. Yes, I liked that. Like after
Yeah.
the mixer thing, they both just came back and like I kissed this person. Oh, I kissed this person. Yeah, it kind of sucked. Yeah, it did. Like all right, you want to go make out now? Like, yeah. I was like, good for them.
I
You
was
know
like,
what?
this is what a perfect match couple should be. So it
Yeah,
made sense. And especially everybody was like talking about them very nicely. Even Mackenzie with
yeah, that was nice.
Dave originally. Yeah, she got all emotional and says that how much she loves the both of them and think that and knows that they're good. I was like, yeah, it makes sense that they won.
Yeah. Is it my internet that's bad or SP3's internet that's bad today? Because mine looks fine.
It's definitely mine.
Okay.
It's definitely mine.
Okay. All right. I just
You
wanted
want
to
me to?
check.
I can go back. I can let me reset it and then come back and you
Okay.
talk.
All right. All right. Yeah. Usually it's mine, but I didn't have like the spinny wheel and everything. So I was thinking, oh, maybe it's SP3's for once. It's been his every now and again, but it's usually mine. So all right, good. I don't feel too terrible. How does Joel do this thing where he's like partially screened? I think he does that. That way I'm not fully taking up the full screen on this little gimmick here. Yeah, that's a perfect match. SP3 and I will continue to talk about it. I've continued to watch Off Campus. I am 3 episodes in to Off Campus. There's still a lot of sex going on. There's less hockey. There is at least some pop star stuff, but it's mainly just a lot of sex on that show thus far.
That was perfect. How you had the big screen and I was just a little screen on the side there.
Yeah, that was just the way it was set up. So, all right, it does look much cleaner now. All right, so back to perfect
Okay.
match real quickly. I told you that Jimmy gets
Oh man, Jimmy was a mess this whole season. He was the
yeah.
worst one. He was definitely the worst one of anybody. He couldn't figure himself out. He wanted to stay open, but then would always get jealous when Allie would talk to somebody else or flirt with somebody else or kiss somebody else. It's like, dude, you want to be open and you want to experience the whole show fully, but you then are getting very jealous and realize that she has much more options than you do.
he had his option though with what's her name, and then
Cassie.
he just and then he just like waited around and just like didn't do anything. But the one that got me is when she went with the one dude, and so Jimmy was out the house, and then they brought Jimmy back
Yeah.
so he could get the match and everything, or get the date, so he could get the date, and they go on the date
or something like that.
yeah
I think that
yeah
was his name.
yeah and it looked like that it looked like she was like not into it at all.
Yeah, she literally did the little confessional where she's like, "Oh, we met and it was half moon and now it's a full moon, so it means that it's we've come full circle and that it's not the same and we can end things here." And then she comes back and says, "I'm going with Jimmy."
Yeah. Well, it was then, but it was like when it looked like she was not into it, but then they did the shower and then they started making out in the shower. I was like, okay, well, I guess she's into it somewhat there. Yeah, and then she went with Jimmy, so I was like, okay, this is called Perfect Match, JROJ. It's on Netflix. It's about these terrible reality stars trying to date each other. Nobody actually finds love because nobody ever finds love on these shows, but it gets very messy and it's nice drama. So she goes with Jimmy and everything. The look on this man's face when she tells him like, oh, we just made out, we just kissed.
We kissed.
Yeah, we kissed. And the look on this man's face when he learns that they did not just kiss. I mean, they did, but she was kissing other parts of the scene.
She went down on him literally 10 seconds later.
Yeah, she was like,
they did the flashback.
Yeah, she was like, I sucked his dick for 10 seconds. The look on his face when she says that. He looked like he was ready to do KMS on Netflix there.
Yeah.
I kind of felt bad for him. I was like, oh, that's brutal. That's gotta brutal.
Suck to find out that way too.
Yeah.
With the guy telling you.
Yeah, like ask her if something else happened, and she. I mean, I don't want to give her credit, but to her credit, she was like, yeah, I did this. She didn't like try to deny it or anything. It was like, no. She was like, no, this is what I did. Ooh, the look on his face.
He was done.
I felt bad for him.
He turned so white. It was hilarious.
Yeah. I was like, oh, Jimmy, you poor bastard. First EpiPen, then Megan Fox was not Megan Fox, and now your girl is sucking dick for 10 seconds.
Oh my God, he's 0 for 3. I didn't even think about his Love Is Blind journey.
Oh yeah, his Love Is Blind record is some of the worst track record in history.
The fact that he just has to say Megan Fox thing. That's how that, or EpiPen.
Everyone knows.
People automatically know. People automatically know who he is. They probably have never seen him before, but they've heard the stories of that season, and he's at the forefront of 2 of the biggest moments with that. So yeah, it sucks. It sucks for him. Yeah, I don't feel bad at whatsoever. He's not the best person. So
no, he's not.
So I don't feel bad, but damn. Damari and Marissa was a mess. Marissa, man, she needs therapy.
That one argument on like the final night or whatever, I was like, man, y'all are arguing over nothing right
y'all
now.
Y'all are arguing, get so emotional. Y'all have totally forgot y'all went on dates earlier in the day, and y'all haven't even talked to the people y'all went on dates.
Yeah, because she was mad that he said of like, I still want to like see what's up and explore things. She's like, what do you mean? What do you mean when you used to want to, like, no, this is not what we're doing. I feel like he was just trying to be, like, nice. Be like, and, like, they had an argument, like, 2 nights before as well. Yeah. I was like, bless, he's trying to figure things out. I understand that. And then when she cut him off, he was not having that. He was like, you interrupt me all the time. I thought that, because this was where guys got eliminated, I thought that, because everybody else had coupled up at this point and matched, I thought Marissa was gonna be like, where's Jimmy? I'm just gonna match with him. Fuck this dude. Let me just match with Jimmy, keep him in the house. Damari can get out of here. I think
that would have been cold-blooded.
I think if the situation was reversed, I think if it was girls leaving and whoever the other extra girl was, I think Damari would have been like, who's left? Who ain't matched? Get her out of here right now.
Wow,
Marissa still seemed
that
too
would have been
attached.
awesome.
Yeah, Marissa still seemed a little too attached. Amari seemed very over it. Very
He
over it.
was. And he was a nice guy, but he was just, oh man. And even I thought he was at first. I thought he was gonna pick his ex over
Yeah, me
her at
too.
the end, at the last pick. So I was kind of
I
surprised
think
that he went with Marissa. But apparently, I read the post whole show article, and they were not together immediately after the show ended.
so. Here's what I think happened there. I think he was playing the game and picking
Yeah,
Marissa over Bree. Because if he picked Bree, everyone would have been like, "Oh, this is your ex. Like, you guys just got together on the last day. Like, nah, we ain't voting for you." Not that I thought they were gonna vote for Marissa and him anyway, especially the fights. But they had an argument of, we've been through so much. We had to go on these dates. Our relationship was really tested, and we're still strong through it all. It's like, all right, maybe you can convince these idiots to vote for you off of that. I think he was playing the game when he picked Marissa over Brie, because the moment he did that, I was like, they're done like 30 seconds after the show's filming. They ain't going.
yeah.
And then apparently they were done 30 seconds after the show was filming. I was like, they are not lasting at all. So yeah, that's the only reason I think he picked her. And that was my initial thought when he picked her. I was like, okay, this makes sense to
Yeah.
me now. And then
The anonymous ITW GM reminded me of Marissa's ex's name because I always forget. I just call him guy with the curly hair and the little ponytail on the side.
Ramses.
But Ramses,
Yeah.
Ramses. She
Yeah.
was the ITW GM said he was so toxic that it really overshadowed how insane Marissa is. I think that he is somewhat responsible for how like I think she already has ADHD, she said, and like other issues that she was dealing with, but I think that he just compounded on that, and she was in no mental state to come into this show. And then apparently she got with somebody that she was with like 13 years ago and married them, and now they're moving to Japan.
Well. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw they were like moving to Japan and stuff. I was like, you know what, good for her, man. Like, get the hell.
As long as she found happiness, because goddamn, I was like, she needs therapy. She don't need no reality shows.
Yeah, good for her. Get out of here. Be in Japan where no one knows you, and you know you're not even a D-level celebrity over there. You can just live. All right.
And I know Kayla got to feel dumb. Kayla left.
That shit was hilarious. That was
and
hilarious.
Then they tried to call her out for them texting on Spotify.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Text on Spotify.
That was so funny. I'd be mad at them. Like, you got our Spotify ganked out here. Like, what are we doing? What do you mean I can't make my playlist and listen to music because you guys are out here texting, sending some messages on Spotify? I don't know if you can like send messages. Can you like? I mean, maybe you can. I don't use Spotify to that level of sending messages, but maybe they were like renaming playlists as like messages. Like, here, let me like.
That's how they were doing it.
Share my playlist
Here's
with
my
you.
Playlist.
And the playlist is called like "What We Doing After the Show," and
it is different songs to answer the question.
Henry's saying put the songs in order of messages. Yeah, like can you do that? I mean, I know you can do that. That also seems like it would take some work, and these idiots I don't feel like they have that much. But you can like definitely like rename and share playlists. So maybe that's what they were doing, just titling the playlist, and that's how they were sending messages back and forth. It's like prison code.
Hilarious. But yeah, I kind of knew like from the second to last or third to last episode, I was like, yeah, the only couple I see making it out of here was the other Jimmy and Allison. Even though the other Jimmy, he annoyed the hell out of me. He sounded much like a fuckboy.
Oh yeah, the wife hated him from the moment he was on the screen. She's like, nope, I don't like this guy. He kind of grew on me, and like I think it was because of their relationship. I was like, you know what? Like, they seem nice. They seem, at least for this particular relationship, well adjusted. Because they went to the mixer and they were both like, nope, I'm locked in. Like, I ain't going nowhere, but I can help you out. Like, if you need some advice, like, it's like I kind of like them. They don't annoy me. They're fine. I like them.
I like the relationship. I just don't like him.
Yeah, yeah. The wife couldn't stand him. She's like, what is it with him? Why? Yeah, the other Jimmy. Oh yeah, Nick. She was not a fan of Nick.
Oh, Nick
either.
was awful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he sucked. I didn't like him either.
Immediate. I was so happy when he got booted.
Yeah,
I was so happy.
Yeah, that dude sucked. But yeah, she didn't like the other Jimmy for the show. I didn't like him at first, but yeah, he, like through his relationship with Allison, I was like, he doesn't seem too terrible. He seems okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she thinks he's just John Ralphio from Parks and Rec, which I can see. If anybody knows John Ralphio, like you can probably hear it and see it a little bit. He just seems kind of dumb. Bless him.
Nick reminded me of Ryan Nemeth.
Ooh, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, that's not complimentary.
That's not complimentary whatsoever.
No. Yeah, I can see that for sure. All right. Yeah. Any other television, reality TV nonsense you want to talk about, SP3?
Love is Blind UK just got started.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Me and
did
the missus.
That, baby?
Me and
Love
the
is Blind
missus
UK got started.
Yeah, it just got started. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it so far. And they have a new show. It's called Debrief, like breaking down the show afterwards, and it's with my favorites from last season, the big three: Tony, Shakira, and Yasmin. So me and the missus now have some content to watch in the evening time together. But it's a nice little interesting twist that they're doing on Love is Blind. I think we're only 3 days in, and they had the first bombshells came in, and they had to basically play like freaking Supercell agents, where they come
bombshells.
In and,
on Love is Blind. What is this?
Yeah, bombshells. They're called bombshells. When they come, the new people that come into the house are called bombshells on Love is Blind. Oh no, I'm talking about Love Island. Excuse me.
Okay, I was about to say
Love Island. My bad. Love Island. Every time I say love, I think is blind, and I'm saying island. So because it's is right after. But Love Island UK. Excuse me. Love Island UK on ITV. They had 2 bombshells who came in, and the 2 bombshells, they didn't pick who they wanted to couple up with. They actually the bombshells basically had to pick 2 people that they wanted to kick off the show. So yeah, they kicked 2 people off the show because they were interested in several different people. So they just kicked 2 people off that were already in relationships. It was hilarious. I was like, they had an easy option because this season they have there's this one guy, his name is Sam, and I think he's like partially deaf, but he's with this girl named Robin. He coupled up because it was basically like different how they coupled up for the first time. It wasn't like voted on by the fans, and it wasn't voted on by different ways that they've done in the past. It basically was a free-for-all. It was basically like the guys were on one side and the girls was on one side, and they were like, well, I want to be with her. Well, I want to be with her too. Well, let her decide. Okay, who do you want to be with? I'll be with him. Okay, cool. And then they matched up. And so it was kind of like that for the first round. And then they were like the last 2 left, and they got together, but they had no like kind of romantic feelings for one another. And then the bombshell came in, and the male bombshell, he looks like Malfoy from Harry Potter. Or Vecna from Stranger Things. He's like a mixture of both. So he came in, and he was with he started like flirting with and starting getting close to the Robin chick. So then Sam, that's the guy who she was with, he's kind of have nobody. So he was like an easy pick for them to kick out of the house, and he went with someone else completely. Like Sam, his name was like Samrod. She was a model. He kicked them out, and then the girl kicked out this dude that was flirting with his girl that he had already kissed with, and they were getting close with, named Ellie. Kicked them out yesterday, but then they got like a text as they were leaving, and it was like you can still have a second chance, and that was like the little cliffhanger at the end. So it's been interesting so far. 3 days in on Love Island.
Okay. We don't watch the Love Island. You got me excited when you said Love Is Blind UK. I was like, oh,
My
okay,
bad.
let's
I
go.
apologize. I apologize.
Fair.
I had a lot this morning. I'm sorry.
Ah, you're fine. You're fine. AEW Dynamite was last night. Let me start with the Don Callis family. I know it's not the thumbnail. That's okay. Don Callis family gets Kevin Knight as the newest member of its organization out here. When I heard Don Callis announce this, I was just like, why? What are we doing? What are we doing with this Don Callis family and Kevin Knight joining the group? I don't necessarily think it's like the worst move in the world because like Don Callis and family always gets a lot of television time and stuff, but like it's not like Kevin Knight was going to be hurting for television time coming out of this. He was clearly being positioned as one of the top heels. So, and now it just feels like every heel is in the Don Callis family. Like,
Yep.
outside of, I mean, FTR, except they have a working relationship with Don Callis. MJF has had a working relationship, even though half the group wants the world title as well.
Yeah.
So
Literally the only heel in the company that I feel that doesn't have a worker relationship with the Don Callis family or in the Don Callis family is Swerve.
yeah, yet they're about to get Swerve, I'm sure. And maybe we'll see. But
At this point,
yeah,
and it's because you had the setup for him joining up with Swerve. You planted the seeds for that. You literally planted the seeds for that and just said, nah, we're gonna put him with the Don Callis family.
yeah. See, the way you're saying it cements Kevin as a heel and gives him instant Don Callis family TV time and storyline. He was gonna get TV time.
Exactly.
Like,
He's already cemented as a heel.
yeah.
He literally turned on Darby Allin, who was the biggest babyface. He got booed in New York. He got booed in Philadelphia last week. Then he turned on his white meat babyface tag team partner. He's gonna get solidified. He was gonna get TV time. Why don't you make something interesting like you actually set up in storyline with Swerve instead of just throwing him into the Don Callis family? That just felt lazy and unnecessary.
I wanted to just see him like just on his own because it's so easy with Don. Don comes out there, he always gets heat and everything, and you mentioned it, like it just feels lazy of like, oh, we can use Don Callis to just get him heat because Don's always gonna get booed and everybody's always gonna chant fuck Don Callis. It's like, cool, but I need something for the performer, not just let's get fuck Don Callis chants. And Kevin was getting that the first week, but we only got it for 1 week, and then he's in the Don Callis family. I just wanted.
It's also not a situation because I know immediately some people were saying, "Oh yeah, it's because his promo didn't work; it didn't get over." No, this has been the plan since last week. We saw it last week where they set this in play with the backstage segment. So it wasn't even anything to do with his promo last week. They didn't even give him a chance.
Bloodgrat's saying you guys are skipping over that. It adds them to concurrent Don Callis family storylines. Yeah, he was very prominent in that main event run-in with the Death Riders.
Yeah, he is not involved. He's not adding to anything involving Don Callis. What? He's gonna be the person that Takeshita beats before he faces Kyle Fletcher? That's the story. That's the only really that one in the Death Riders. That's the two stories that he's going to be involved in. Oh, he gets to be a part of Blood and Guts when they face the Death Riders, which was an angle that started in January, then dropped down for like a good 2-3 months, and now they brought back again. Yeah, that's really necessary.
I think how being part of like Don Callis family concurrent storylines is supposed to be a good thing for him. You know, you can just like give him his own storylines and it's cool.
You know?
Right? Like it's okay.
You could also give him his own storylines.
Yeah.
He could stand on his own, you know.
Yeah. He could be in the demand.
You could also, you know, like I said, I think you're the one who's not basically figuring out the 1 and 2 that him joining up. You're skipping over the fact that him joining up with Swerve would give Swerve more of a role weekly on television than he's had over the last 2-3 months.
So this, I was gonna get to this. I didn't miss it. We were gonna get to it. Yeah, Andrade was pissed that he got cut off, and Kevin Knight got added. And I was thinking that Kyle Fletcher is probably not thrilled about this because, okay, you're adding the TNT champion. Well, how did he get that title? I got hurt, and then he won, but he never beat me for that title. So it just feels like Don Callis is going to just keep adding members and to piss off other members, and they're just going to cycle through everything here. It's basically Okada and Takeshita all over again. And I could be
It's
wrong. Maybe they
it's
don't do this with Fletcher and Knight,
it's
but they're
basically what they're doing with the bloodline on WWE. They're just doing the same faction running through the same kind of story again and again. Like Andrade being upset is not that big detail. Like, oh, you guys are missing a 3D chess here. Andrade was upset. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh wow.
Andrade
He
was
hasn't been upset like for months since he
yeah.
started working with MJF. Oh man.
Yeah, I was about to say he's been upset ever since the MJF ties. Like he wants the title. So, and Don's trying to work with MJF, which is a conflict there. Now Kevin Knight's going after the title too. We'll see if Don continues to try to work with MJF and if there's more of a conflict. But yeah, I didn't love Don Callis acquiring Kevin Knight. Just like, what? Why? Just let this dude be on his own. It's okay. Let him sink or swim. You can't give it a week and then do this. Like at least give him a month or two to see if it's going to work. And if it doesn't, the natural story was there with Swerve. And so you could have just done something there instead of, oh, you're in the Don Callis family because everybody is in the Don Callis family. Yeah.
Yeah, it just felt very unnecessary and not giving Kev a chance to kind of let his wings get free, and it kind of puts a big bucket of cold water on the angle that they were pitching, where he said he's impatient and he's gonna do things his way, and now he's just gonna do things the Don Callis way, and now he's gonna have Don doing most of the talking for him, and they didn't even like lay it out. Like it was just one backstage segment. Now he's joining the Don Callis family. Like at least if you kind of build it up, or even if you would have done things in reverse, where Don helps him win the matchup against Speedball, and then he joins the Don Callis family. It wasn't done right. It wasn't executed well. It was done without any explanation whatsoever. Kev tried to make an explanation for it after the matchup, but I don't think that really pleased a whole lot of people or felt effective enough. It does not help. It does not help him that much. And we're like, oh, you guys, I had a whole bunch of people like last week who were telling me, oh no, you're wrong, use your brain. He can't have singles matches all the time. He could do tag team matches. He could do tag team matches with Swerve is the guy that is the one that set him on this path to finally kind of showing his killer instinct and stop waiting around for his opportunities and not trusting the process. He could have done the tag team matches with Swerve. It could have gave Swerve something to do weekly on television. Prince Nana can cut the promos for him. Everything that you think you're achieving with him joining the Don Callis family can achieve more and more effectively with Swerve.
Why does he have to do tag team matches as well?
I don't understand that either. I'm just saying.
I know.
Saying that this move to the Don Callis family is not as effective or great or good or even helping Kev or the Don Callis family, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't love it. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it works. Maybe they can make something good out of it. It just feels like you are just putting him in there when you already have enough guys in this group who are kind of main level guys, and you don't really need another guy who can also be a main level guy when he just turned and he should have given opportunity to stay or to go or to get over on his own. So
yeah.
Felt like
He's the third or fourth biggest guy in the Don Callis family.
Yeah, yeah.
He's never going to go past Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher is always going to be the number one guy in the Don Callis family. And the reason I'm saying that is because the Don Callis family had Konosuke Takeshita and Kazuchika Okada in it. And Kyle Fletcher was still the number one guy in the company. And then they showed that, they cemented that with what they did in the main event, where he was the last line of defense for the Don Callis family in the main event. They basically are telling you over and over again, he's the number one guy. So joining a group to be the third or fourth biggest star in the group, it does not do anything for him. It just puts a big bucket of cold water on a guy that was hot coming out the pay-per-view. Everybody and their mama came out of that pay-per-view and were quite interested in seeing what Kevin Knight was going to do as a heel on his own. I think that should have been the first option, is to let him develop some type of story, some type of character on his own as a heel. Going to the Don Callis family, I can understand why people are saying that it feels like a safe move. It feels like a rush move. It's just a bad move, honestly. Like if we're all being honest, it's not the best. It's not the best decision for Kevin Knight at this stage of the story that they're trying to tell with him. It's not effective. It just does nothing for him. It does nothing for the Don Callis family. All it does is just add another member to a group that already has a bunch of people. And this is coming from the guy that for the last year and a half, me and Jeremy have argued about the Don Callis family, and I've always been the one who's been positive about the Don Callis family, because I love the Don Callis family, and I know its function on AEW television, and it has been effective in its function. But the whole decision just feels convoluted, confusing, and it does nothing for anyone involved.
Phil, I'm always going to assume it's Phil because I don't think Reg is up at 7 o'clock, says the logic behind freeing up Kevin to do tag or multi-man matches is so nonsensical because he was already doing that with Speedball. I don't understand, like, oh, now we can put him in tag matches and multi-man matches. Like, why? He can just do singles matches. It's cool. He doesn't have to do tag matches and multi-man matches. MJF doesn't do tag matches and multi-man matches. Swerve doesn't do tag matches and multi-man matches. No. Like, it's okay if they just do singles matches, or maybe they just don't have a match for a week. Like, it's fine.
He's the TNT champion. He should be doing TNT title defenses or setting up rivalries with different people for the TNT championship. If you want him to be TNT champion and go after the AEW World Championship, he can do that. None of this involves them needing to put him in the Don Callis family. Like, what are we talking about? And I see Delay Grabs. He's still on he's staying 10 toes down. I appreciate anyone who stands 10 toes down on their opinion. He says, maybe you guys see things in Kevin Knight that I don't. I haven't been as big of a fan of his current run. His current run started 10 days ago. What the fuck are we talking about? He just turned heel 10 days ago.
Yeah, and then he says, my hot take, Don Callis family gives mid-carders TV time to me. Kevin Knight has never risen beyond that level, despite an obvious attempt to push him. Yeah, he's had 10 days of this push. He just turned heel. He was already getting TV time. He's the TNT champion. He opened the show with a promo last week. He closed the pay-per-view, which people are arguing is one of the best pay-per-views of all time, certainly in ring-wise. He closed that show with a big angle. Like, they obviously see big things in him. Yeah. And then in 10 days, they're like, we're just going to put you in the Don Callis where you can get TV time as a mid-card guy. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't.
You know, I was saying this killed Knight and Speedball feud before it started. I don't know if it was necessarily this that did it, although I think it was pretty obvious Kevin Knight was going to win. Anyway, they weren't going to beat him here. You know what, took me out of this match completely? And I think it was a good match. I'm not going to, knock the work and the reactions and everything they did. I was out of this match 2 minutes in. I was out of this match 2 minutes into it when they do all the they know each other's spots and the counters and stuff. And Speedball does his little kick, and Kevin Knight does the little backup kick, right, or the little backup to get out of the way of the kick, right. And Speedball holds that pose for it felt like forever, 30 seconds. and then he drops his foot down, and then Kevin Knight gets up, and Speedball just backs up and just gets clotheslined over the top rope. I was like, you told me for a week that you didn't like this man, that you were going to take something out on this man because he attacked you, and now you got to settle things, and you're just going to let him, don't kick me in the face, don't do it, and let me just hold my foot there while you are scared. And then when I put my foot down, I'm going to literally back up as you are running at me so you can clothesline me over the top rope. This felt so dumb and so contrived for a feud that was supposed to be, you're going to pay for what you did. And I was out of this match the moment I saw that. I'm sure the match was good. It did nothing for me after that. I was like, they are doing the wrong stuff in this match, because Speedball should have just kicked him in the head. Right at, he backed up, he should have kicked him with the other foot. And then I was done with it. How was the match, SP3?
Oh, the match was great. It was a banger. It's always, I think these guys have good chemistry with one another. I don't think it's going to be their last match that they have against one another, but I didn't mind that part as much as you did. I was totally fine with that part. I didn't think it was that deep. But I thought that they had good chemistry with one another. The crowd responded to it in a big way as well. They were into all the action. The in-ring has never been an issue with Kevin Knight. It's all about character and everything else. And I just don't think that this did much for him as far as joining the Don Callis family. But when the bell rings, I know Kevin Knight always delivers in the ring, and I think he did last night against Speedball. And I like the fact that he seems like he's not going to be doing the UFO splash as often now. He's using the rock bottom, the Uranagi now as a finisher. So they're making the steady things that they need to kind of change and alter now that he's a heel into his old act. He gave a nasty looking avalanche sky high towards the end of that matchup.
I thought that was like I thought that was a botch almost, because I was like, that just like it sucked right there. He just like threw him with like a spine buster off the top. Like that just looked like it completely sucked. That move was cool. I did like that. I was like, good. Somebody actually wants to murder somebody in this blood match out here instead of let me hold my foot at your face and then back up as you run at me. Coward, Speedball Canadian ass over here.
Almost landed right on his head. Damn.
Now, that ruled. I did love that spot. Obviously, Kevin Knight wins, and so good, but I was out of the match when they did that nonsense in the beginning, and Speedball was like, ooh, you ducked, or you matrixed away from my kick. What am I going to do?
And it wasn't 30 seconds. It was like 5 seconds.
It felt like forever.
It was 5 seconds.
That's still 5 seconds too long. I was like, wait, it's still 5 seconds.
I want to see you throw 2 kicks in 5 seconds. Go ahead.
What are we doing here?
Right. two high kicks. 2 high kicks in 5 seconds.
I'm going to break something. I don't have the room for this.
Do 2 high kicks in 5 seconds.
Hold on. I gotta move my chair out of the way. All right. So I'm still gonna break something. All right. I take my headphones off because my headphones are.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
Of course. I'll put you on the big screen.
So
put you on the Summer Jam screen.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. There we go.
So he throws like that. Okay. I'm trying to like get my setup here.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife is very worried here. Okay. I really don't have room. I'm going to kick my desk. This is not going to go well. I don't think people understand like the lack of room I have.
All right. He didn't have that much room. You making excuses.
He had a 20 by 20 wrestling ring. They did this spot in the center of the ring.
He didn't know what he was going to do. He didn't know what he was going to do.
He had plenty of room. All right, hold on. All right, I can't hear you now. I'm taking my headphones off.
All right, go ahead. I'll do the play-by-play. All right, Speedball like Billy.
Kick his ass in the head, bitch! Sorry.
I didn't even see his leg. Oh my God, that was not a high kick. That was not a high kick. Neither of those was high kicks.
I forgot they were still sleeping. What do you mean? He was on his knees because he went like that and he matrixed back. He was on his knees, so I kicked him right there in the head. Completely killed him. Took his head off.
Yes, Henry. Those are OC kicks. Those are OC lazy kicks.
What are you talking about? That was around. His head was flying off. Like Mortal Kombat out here.
He kicked him in the chin. Oh my God.
Kevin Knight was on the ground.
No, he wasn't. He was just
Yes, he was.
He just did like that.
No, he was on the ground. Hold on. I will find this picture.
Oh my God, that was awesome.
My wife's gonna high kick me after that. Hold on.
Sweet, those are some dude loves sweet shin music.
How dare you? How dare you? Hold on. I will find this kick here.
Oh my God.
I will find this kick.
Hilarious. That's one of those when we make a real like intro video, that needs to be on it. You jumping off the doghouse, you doing the speedball, Mike Bailey kicks.
They don't have the video because they know it sucked. So I can't actually find the video of this kick because they know it was terrible.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I've never
No, I'm
laughed
fine.
so much on the show.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm just trying to find this video. I thought AEW posted it, but
someone clipped that and just put some music behind it. Like I want, like put the Power Rangers music.
I'm so mad that like I'm gonna have to like rewatch. All right, let me get my chair back. Hold on.
Oh man, this is one of the all-time greatest moments in the Weeds history.
That was straight fire kick. No one's getting up.
Thank you, other Mikey. He was not on the floor. He just leaned back.
No,
he did like Fat Joe. He just leaned back.
No, hold on.
Lean back.
I'm gonna find this photo. Review the rest of this show. This is way more important now than whatever else happened on this show.
Oh, this is great. Like I said, great matchup. Jet explained why he was joining the Don Callis family. He said he wanted to head straight to the top. He wanted to become Jet 2 belts. So he said that MJF, he's coming for him. Speaking of MJF, we had Maxwell Jacob Freeman versus Roosh in the opener to the show. Another great matchup on the show. I thought that was one of Roosh's best, probably his best matchup since the Bryan matchup in 2023. I think they just went. This was a different type of MJF matchup, which I enjoyed. I felt like MJF was trying to work more to Roosh's style and having like this all-out brawl, showing a little bit more of his tough side. He kind of did that the last time they faced in 2024, but this is different because in 2024 he was attempting to be a babyface. This was more MJF as a heel, trying to work that style. And I thought Roosh was great. Him trying to put his shoulder back into the socket and then headbutting the doctor, the fake doctor that they had there to take the bump. That was a fun little spot in the matchup. I like them using the exposed turnbuckle since both guys are like technically heels, but Roosh was more of the babyface in this match. I like him taking the exposed turnbuckle first, taking the blade job, getting a nice little crimson mask that MJF was going into. Loved MJF coming out in the Matador outfit as well. They just beat the crap out of each other in this matchup. And yeah, it seems like MJF hurt his knee in the process, probably on that tombstone on the barricade on the outside, because he did not softly do that tombstone. He did a jumping tombstone onto concrete and a barricade. Like that had to F up his knee, and apparently it did, as he's been pulled from his scheduled Beyond Wrestling matchup that was coming up. But yeah, strong matchup to open the show. Another quality world title matchup from MJF, who is still standing as my wrestler of the year right now. So these two guys delivered big time here, and I like Roosh's effort in the matchup. And then post match, you had MJF try to attack Roosh, and then Mark Briscoe came out to make the save. He attempted to go for the J Driller, but MJF gave him a low blow. He attempted to hit him with the AEW World Championship, but then the conglomeration came out to run him off.
Well, the match was very good. Okay, hold on. I'm getting to the spot here. Hold on. The match was good, and okay.
He's doing analysis. You see the focus
look at
on
this.
his face?
Okay, hold on. I'm going to count how long he is, by the way. Kick. All right, there's the kick. All right, he is on his knee, by the way. He is down on one knee. Let me load this up, and then I'll count how long he just stands there for. Oh, wrong picture. That's Shun Skywalker for everybody. My bad.
Shun Skywalker.
Yeah, I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. That was a head kick. I kicked him right in the head. He's on one knee. I was straight to the head is where I got him there. All right. So see, Speedball, he goes high there, and then he would have kicked him in the head. All right. So there's the kick, and then 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi. Kevin Knight starts getting up and running. 8 seconds. He just stood there and looked at Kevin Knight before he got up and started running. This spot sucked, and it took me out of the match. I was done. This was terrible.
Oh, man.
This sucked. Isn't there a timestamp on YouTube? A timestamp for what? I'm watching this on my AEW. So, I mean, if you want, the timestamp on my AEW is about an hour and 3 minutes into the show, if you want to go back and watch this particular spot. There you go. It's the meanest thing anybody has ever said to me. Busted Open, they don't actually do anything on that show. You know, they don't throw kicks, complete head kicks out here. Roosh and MJF was good. I thought Mark Briscoe's promo was just kind of long. I was like,
I love the promo. I love when Mark Briscoe gets more passionate and starts talking about real life things and blending it with his character on screen. I thought that's where he's at his best. I love silly Mark Briscoe, but this is the Mark Briscoe that feels like he can be a legitimate prominent character on the television.
Look, I love Mark Briscoe. Everyone knows that. I thought it was good. I was just like, can you just say you want to beat MJF's ass? Is that where we could just go there? Oh. I wish he just shortened it up a little bit. I got to tell Jimmy about this. He hates Speedball. Bring this up to Jimmy today.
Oh, he's going to hate this spot. He's going to hate this spot as much as you, or even more.
Tell Jimmy, is Jimmy going to throw some kicks?
No, I don't think so. He's not going to be bothered with any of that.
All right. What else happened on this show? Mercedes Mone returned.
Yes, that's the big story. The big story of the show. Mercedes Mone making a return as the wild card in the Women's Owen Hart Cup. She was so necessary, so needed for this tournament. Now this tournament has a legit, and not someone that is made legit as a contender or option to win from the fans, but actually someone that the company and the booker is behind, not just us as fans.
Really good match with Alex Windsor, my second favorite match on the show. And She should win this tournament. She should win the title. Her and Thekla would be awesome at All In, assuming Thekla holds the title for that long. I mean, they're the
And
two biggest.
they gave Tekla a life mic. The
Oh
six
yeah,
week
we'll talk
streak
about
is
that.
over.
Yeah, we'll talk about
It's
that.
over.
Yeah, that was great. We'll talk about that. That was honestly my moment of the show. uh, but yeah, Mercedes, glad to have her back. Very much needed. I do wonder like what the original plan was for her, because she was the wild card here and is only there because Willow got hurt. So how are they going to bring her back otherwise?
I said, I think I said it on the show after they came out with the bracket. I was like, Mercedes probably was going to win the AEW Women's World Championship before All In, and then defend it against the winner of the All In.
Yeah. Okay. I could see that
That's
potentially.
That's what I assume.
Yeah. Well, instead she's in the Owen, which is good, and I assume she's gonna win the Owen and head to All In and challenge for the title and probably win the title. You know. But glad to have her back. Very necessary for this women's division, which we've talked about for the past few weeks. You being the ultimate AEW gooner for wanting the more women's wrestling.
I felt so vindicated. I felt so vindicated. Immediately when I saw the graphic for Triangle of Madness you will hear from Triangle of Madness, I retweeted my gooner tweet from last week, and I was like, I will continue to complain about things that aren't right on this show because I get listened to. Sorry to all of y'all. And I had multiple people that was like, no, keep complaining, because they listen to SP3. Yes, they do. They hear me. I felt vindicated.
Yeah, people are pointing out that Rich Latta did her theme. I like Rich. He's a nice guy. We've had very limited conversations. I was so thrown off
as well.
Yeah, I was so thrown off by this theme though. Like I literally turned my TV up because I figured it was gonna be Mercedes. I was like, oh, can't wait to hear the CEO theme. And then like that opening riff didn't hit, and I was like, what is this? What is this theme? And then it still did the CEO chant, but I was so thrown off by it. I was a little mad, honestly. I was like, this is not my CEO theme music here. And I was mad that I turned my TV up for it because it didn't have like that little opening riff that I love about her theme. But yeah, I love that shit. But shout out to Rich. I'm glad he got to do the theme because I know he's been riding with Mercedes/Sasha for a very long time. So that's really cool that he got to do it. He needs to add the opening riff though. That's all I care about.
But I was happy to see her back. She's very needed in the AEW women's division. They needed a main star, kind of in the absence of Timeless Toni Storm and Willow Nightingale being on the shelf. And now they've set up an actual story for the women's Owen as well, because she faced the woman that beat her for the Rev Pro undisputed British Women's Championship. Potentially in the next round, she will face either someone she has history with in Hazuki in my women's match of the year from 2024, or she'll face Persephone, who beat her for the CMLL women's championship earlier this year. And then in the finals, she either is going to face Athena, which we've seen them have one of the best TV matches of last year, or we get a first time ever matchup of Mercedes Mone versus Saray. So I am here for it. But the story is Mercedes beating Alex Windsor, and if she beats Persephone, she is beating the ghost of her past, and she's replacing the person who started her whole downfall of losing all her title collection, where she's replacing Willow Nightingale. She's getting revenge on Alex Windsor, the woman that beat her for the Rev Pro Women's Championship. She could potentially get revenge on Persephone, and then she sets up a big time matchup in the finals, and then finally gets to win the title, the one title that eluded her during her title collection whole story, and now she can become the AEW Women's World Champion at All In.
Thekla called everybody dumb bitches, and then she said that she was the idol killer in Japan. She took out all these little girls who just made her sick, and then she got fired from Japan. So she came here, and anybody who is gonna cross the line from stardom, She's gonna take them out, and she said, and this is again a spoiler alert. She said, "I'm not declaring war on Stardom. I'm declaring death on Stardom." And she gives this giant fucking smile that popped me so much when she said it. She said, "I'm declaring death." Just this evil grin, but like the giant teeth smile on top. It was so good. I was cackling when she did this.
She is like the best character in all of women's wrestling, especially on North American television. She's the best women's character in North American television. This is why I made my complaint of why are we not giving Tekla a freaking mic, a live mic weekly? We should give it weekly. And she has so much like old school instincts on her promos. Like her promo is a very much by the lines, how they teach people promos in wrestling school. Give me the who, what, where, and why. And she gave you all of that in this promo. She said, "Oh, we're the Triangle of Madness. I'm the AEW Women's World Champion. The point of this promo is I'm here to talk about being fired from Stardom and wanting revenge on Stardom since they're coming into my company right now. The what am I promoting? I'm not only promoting that, I'm also promoting the fact that Sky Blue, her mission is to win the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Julia Hart, her mission is to win back her TBS championship. So you're accomplishing not only what Tekla's story is, you're establishing the Owen Hart Women's Tournament being important to the television. You're establishing the TBS championship and the survival of the fittest that's happening post Forbidden Door. And then she's putting it right back on herself, the spotlight on the story that she has with Stardom. This is like paint by the numbers as far as like the who, what, where, and why, what you learn how to do a promo, but it's so refreshing to see because not everybody knows the point of promos nowadays, and Tekla does.
She climbed this ladder. This ladder was, I know Tekla's like small. This ladder also felt gigantic. I know it had to get to like where the Stardom logo was. Like, this ladder is so damn big. And also she just seems tiny. But she climbs this ladder to spit on the Stardom logo, which was hilarious to me. And Excalibur apologizing was a nice little touch. And just like, "I'm sorry to our partners at Stardom." And I was like,
yeah,
who cares?
I even loved the homie Walker Stewart. He went on Twitter and was like, "This is disgusting." He was like, "You should have respect for where you came from." I was yes, let's go.
Yeah, Taro Okada got on Twitter and was like, "This is disrespectful and disgusting as well." I was like, good, sell this shit.
Sell this shit. Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. This is the most beef that we've gotten between these promotions heading into a Forbidden Door. This is why Tekla is needed every single week. Give me one woman's wrestler better than her as far as character work on North American television. You can't.
Maxine Dupree.
Okay, sir. She's got a story, though. She's got a story.
She does, exactly. Tiffy time always has a story because it's always Tiffy time.
Tiffy time.
Natty on the independent scene. Just the independent scene, though, not WWE.
Hey, she got a story on NXT with Jada Parker.
Allegedly.
Miss Parker.
This was good stuff from Tekla. Really good stuff. Main event, Will Ospreay, Mark Davis, in the most Attitude Era ass match we've seen.
Thank you. I saw people being like, "This is Avengers Endgame." I was like, "No, this is the Attitude Era."
Yeah,
this is the Attitude Era at its finest, and I loved every minute of it because I liked it. It was well done, and it got the biggest reaction possible. You should be playing to the audience that is on hand in this building, and that's what they did, and they ate everything up.
I liked it because it did get a good reaction, because it could have gone the other way. And AEW doesn't do it so often to where it's like, this again type of thing. And I don't want them doing this like every week or anything, but I thought for this is like a one-off thing, it worked, where Yeah, if this is something they did every week, I'd be like, this would suck completely because it did feel a little unnecessary overall. But again, it worked, and because it's not something they go to all the time, I was like, all right, I don't completely hate this. I can see how people might hate this though.
Oh yeah, I definitely understand if anybody didn't like it. If it's not your thing, that's totally fine. But I think they set it up with the backstage segment with Moxley and Osprey earlier in the show. They set it up, they paid it off, they foreshadowed it, and then they gave it to you, and it worked. It worked for me mostly because I thought that Moxley was going to be the last like line of defense to protect Will, and then when we got to catch that and Fletcher, I was like, all right, they got me. They got me. They got me. They got me. This is what I needed. This is what I needed to see. But yeah, this worked like gamebuster, and it also worked because both guys were having a great matchup before all the shenanigans happened. I think that Mark Davis is a great opponent for Will Ospreay. You know, these two guys, of course, are good friends in real life, so you can tell they just lay all their stuff in the chops. And the fact of the story was that, you know, even though Moxley told Will Mark Davis hasn't faced this version of you, you're indestructible. Davis owned his ass in the first half of this matchup. He was getting the better of him. He just knew what Ospreay was going to do. He chopped him down. He was beating on him. He focused on the neck, went after the neck repeatedly, trying to do the power driver on the apron. And I like that Will had different reversals for it or fought free at different points. The Styles Clash looked great on Davis because of his size and everything, and that was a great near fall in the matchup. Then the ref bump, it was kind of telegraphed, but I think that it was done well for what they wanted to do there. And then the run-ins, I thought all of that was well paced, and the crowd just kept reacting bigger and bigger to every run-in that happened, and that just made for just awesome main event to the show.
Here's my nitpick of this match because I have to have one. When Mark Davis kicks out of the hidden blade after he hidden blades the screwdriver and then hidden blades his head, he gets his arm up and he like holds it up there on the kick out, and I'm thinking, lock on your dumb armbar right there. What are you waiting for? He's
because
like,
it's not a cross arm breaker. It's a flying cross arm breaker. So he needs to fly.
Leap into it. Fly into it. I don't care.
He leap into it if he just sees his arm out. That's just an arm bar, man. He got to do the flying. That is death ground.
Do a front flip into the arm bar and lock on the arm bar then.
That's just a Harlem hangover. What are we talking about here? Like a
Harlem hangover armbar is pretty dope, honestly.
Yo, that would be right. Just Harlem hangover. Go and then lock it on.
And that's it's a full-on nitpick. Held his arm up there for what felt like 30 seconds, although I'm sure it was 8. When he held his arm up there, I was like, just put your arm bar on him. He's like literally handing you his arm for the arm bar right here. Will Ospreay will learn one day with this ground game that he has of like, if they give you your arm, you just take it on there. Otherwise, though, you know, nitpick aside, that was a fantastic match, and yeah, Ospreay winning, no super shocker there. And now we're gonna most likely get Ospreay and Swerve in the final. Swerve has to beat Brody King, but seems like what we're setting up here with that one. We did have Mark Briscoe and Lio Rush. This felt like too long to me. I'm not the Lio Rush guy. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't say this is the best way to effectively build someone up for an AEW World Championship matchup.
Taking 9 minutes to beat Lio Rush.
And it's not even the 9 minutes for me. It's the fact that you did a spot where Lio was running after Mark Briscoe. Like Mark Briscoe is scared of Lio Rush. Like, that's not what I know. We want to get over Lio Rush's character, and like I said, I love Lio Rush's character. I've said it many a times. I am a Lio Rush guy, and I love the new character, and I think the Black Heart is getting over with the fans, and it's obvious every time he comes out. And I love the entrance as well with the conglomeration following up from their segment on Collision where they were like, don't move, and he can't notice you. That's good. That's just peak stuff for me. I enjoy all of that, but I don't think that Mark Briscoe, if he is going for the AEW World Championship, needs to do a spot where he's being chased as Leo does his Catcher Freeman running like a dog.
Yeah, you should just kick them in the head.
Yeah.
Always need a good head kick. Yeah, I didn't care for this match, but yeah, I'm not the.
I enjoyed the matchup. I didn't think it was a bad matchup or anything too complicated, and especially because it's under 10 minutes. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the time actually. In retrospect, I just not that spot. That spot wasn't for me.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. The Leo Rush stuff isn't for me. I respect that he's getting it over. Like honestly, major credit to him for getting this TV time and getting it over and everything, because it could have been very DOA, and he's done really really good with it. It's just not my cup of tea, and I can admit
But
that.
I did love the Mark Briscoe promo. Like I said, I like Mark Briscoe because he comes off like a genuine human being, and
For
there's not
sure.
a lot of people who do that. Like Mark Briscoe, Kenny Omega are probably like the best people who we actively see on AEW television who come across like actual well-rounded human beings that kind of pay attention to different things and use their real life to enhance their characters on screen. And I also thought that freaking MJF's response was fabulous. MJF saying, "Oh, you stop axing. Why are you axing all the time?" Which is hilarious because you remember he begged for weeks for Darby Allin to give him a title rematch. So him being a dick and being like, "Stop axing. Who does that?" Like it's just hilarious to me. It's very Tekla, I didn't get fired from starting. Okay, I got fired from starting. It's very much one of those things with MJF, which I enjoy.
Yeah, I liked Mark Briscoe's promo. It was a little long. MJF's response was very good. And I like that he was just sitting in the tub, icing, or not even icing. I don't know if it was a hot bath, warm, cold bath, what it was, but sitting in the tub of like selling the match with Roosh was good. We did have an Andrade squash, and then we talked about the promo where Kevin Knight got introduced. Andrade was pissed. I don't know if you missed that detail, SP3, but Andrade was pissed. Kevin Knight.
It went over your head.
um,
But I don't know if you realize. And we also missed on Andrade giving Roosh the pep talk.
Yeah, and then that led to the fight. Yeah.
I do like that we're bringing back kind of the theme of the whole MJF title runs, which the last two have been about all these people are coming after MJF. Like the walls are closing in on MJF. You got Mark Briscoe. He had the matchup with Roosh. You got Andrade calling him out. You got Kevin Knight calling him out. So I like the fact that we are getting more people involved into the AEW World Title picture, which still to me is the best story ongoing in AEW in professional wrestling. It's one of the best as well. So I like the fact that we got people that aren't your usual suspects as well being in the world title picture, like Andrade, like a Roosh, like a Kevin Knight. So those things work for me throughout the show.
They're all heels.
I really enjoyed this show.
They're all heels going after the heel world champion. The baby faces look like a bunch of bitches right now.
Hey, Andrade is not a heel.
Well,
people
fair.
Love him.
Yeah,
he's like, you think you can beat me, MJF? I just got one question for you. How you know? I like that he's saying it in different ways now.
Yeah.
How you know?
Ciampa cut a promo. He used a bunch of Chris Jericho catchphrases. Best of luck to Ciampa with this feud.
Called him a stupid idiot. I loved Ciampa's promo on Collision.
It's very funny. Good. Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's very funny. And then what the dog doing? The Young Bucks and the Dogs are gonna have a match at some point whenever the Dogs decide that they're gonna have a match. I didn't think it was very animal rights progressive for the Dogs to face the Guns on Collision, but that's just me.
So what do you think about Dogs versus Bucks?
Yeah, I feel like PETA is gonna have some words about this.
They might have an issue. They might have an issue with this. there might be some things that they want to address with this, because this is animal cruelty and animal violence. Matt Jackson calling David Finlay the worst Bullet Club
Yeah, that was
leader
funny.
ever, and calling Clark Connor's Timu Hangman. When I've been saying this for years, I said this the first time I ever saw Clark Connors back in like 2019, 2020. I was like, he looks like Honey I Shrunk the Hangman.
Honey, I Shrunk
Which I
the
think is a
Hangman.
better insult than Timu Hangman.
Yeah. Couple super chats here from Volub, who says, your complaints about this show does not matter because we got Nick, what the dog doing, Jackson, and Excalibur quoting David Lynch at the end, and he follows up with, I'll put it in super chat form because it's important, not just because it's June. Fix your hearts or die. YouTube won't let me spell it in the right mod. Me. Are you not a modded? Even if you're modded, like I don't think it's gonna let you spell die in the chat. Oh,
Yeah, I don't think
sorry,
so.
Volub.
Yeah,
It's just not gonna work. I did appreciate Excalibur's sign off with that. Yeah. Anything else from Dynamite that I might have skimmed through?
I think that's mostly it. They're in a good place right now, AEW, in my opinion. I think that they're just consistently quality every single week on Wednesdays, especially, and on Saturdays. I do the Collision post show, and I enjoy my times, not just because I get to laugh and joke with Cresta and Iridian, but mostly because it's a solid show on Saturdays. But the most thing that I could say that's to their benefit is that they seem to know where they're going with everything. Nothing feels like haphazardly put together. We're now getting consistently 2 to 3 matches announced for the next week. This week we got for the summer blockbuster next week, which thank God it doesn't sound like it's a 4-hour show, which I'm very, very happy about. That one, I enjoyed that show last year, but never again. Never do 4 hours. 4 hours on a Wednesday, that's just way too much, Tony. Way too much. But yeah, I like that they announced the Swerve and Brody for next week, as well as Saray for the first time on AEW Dynamite. She's gonna be facing Sky Blue in the Owen Hart Women's Tournament. I like that we have some matches also set up for Collision, but not all the matches. We still gotta probably fill up that card for Saturday, but they mostly focus on like the women's matches being announced with Persephone versus Suzuki, as well as Persephone versus Suzuki and Ty J versus Divine Dominion for the women's tag team championships. So yeah, I think that AEW is in a good place, and this is why I said that another reason why I've really enjoyed, or I've really always enjoy AEW when MJF is on top. When MJF is the world champion and on top, it seems like this company is more focused as far as like what stories they're building to, what's the important stuff, who's in title contention and who's not. I think they just have a clear vision of where the company is going when MJF is the world champion.
Oh, that's fair. They know where they're going until they decide to put Kevin Knight and the Don Callis family on a day notice.
well, to be fair, like I said, that was actually set up last week. But it still felt rushed. Even me, who does not like this whatsoever, I do understand that the segment that they had with Kevin Knight interacting with Callis and Fletcher was the setup for this week. It just felt out of nowhere and haphazardly, and is still very unnecessary and lazy book.
You have a moment of Wednesday, SP3.
Tekla got live mic. Tekla got a live mic. We broke the streak, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't just me. It was all of y'all. All of y'all that accepted that you were gooners and you want women's wrestling. We got Tekla a live mic.
I'll give another one. I already said Tekla, in her giant smile after she declared death on Stardom, which was hilarious. My other moment of Wednesday was MJF being in the opening match because he said, I ain't going up against the NBA Finals. I'm getting out of here. That game don't start till 8:30. Guess who's taking that 8:30 spot, baby? Guess who's drawing the biggest number of the night? peak Hogan shit right there, and I gotta respect it from MJF.
MJF has all the best characteristics of Hogan, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H at their political powers.
Yeah.
I will give him that. I will give him that. He has all those elements. You don't even need to know like the real life stuff behind the scenes. You see it week to week that this guy is always very strategic with what he does. I even think that he knew about the Nielsen changing the rating because the ratings went immediately down when Darby, and they changed it back to the old way when Darby became champion. And then last week, I guess the ratings got adjusted again and it was back up. And MJF's the champion. He could be like, you see, I should have never lost the title.
It is very funny when MJF pulls this shit. Because if you look at his history, like he's done it throughout, and some people have caught on and some people haven't. But I cackled so much when I saw him come out first, and I'm like, oh yeah, he knows there's a big basketball game on tonight, and he's making sure he's out there early, even though he's world champion out here. I respect it.
3D chess. He's playing 3D chess. Everybody else is playing checkers.
Yeah.
MJF, wrestler of the year. Who's your wrestler of the year? Not better than MJ.
Thus far, either El Grande Americano or MJF.
Fair.
Yeah.
Is it like this is my thing? I've said this when it comes to the feud of the year conversation, and then I'm gonna say to you with the wrestler of the year conversation. Yeah, he's been doing great work on AAA. He should just be in AAA because him on WWE television
I discount
brings down his whole argument to being wrestler of the year and the feud being feud of the year because it's also on WWE television being not booked as well as it is in Mexico.
I pretend the WWE stuff doesn't count or doesn't exist. Not that it doesn't count, I just pretend it doesn't exist. I was like, nope. They were never on WWE TV with Rey Mysterio in between them being like, I don't know who to side with here. That never happened to me. It's only what you see on AAA. That's it. So I completely discount the WWE stuff. All right, do you have matches of the week, or you can go month? Your choice.
I think I could put together matches of the month.
Do you want me to do worst? Do you want me to do worst of the month while you put that together?
I'll do the matches of the week, and then I'll let you do the worst of the month, and then I'll do best of the month.
Okay, cool.
All right. So matches of the week, I'm giving y'all 5 yet again this week. Honorable mentions, I'm going to give it to Roosh and MJF from last night's Dynamite. Just thought it was a great brawl and really put over Roosh in the process of the matchup. So checked all the boxes for me. 2, I got Fujita and Kosei Fujita versus Teton from the Best of Super Juniors tournament. Just an excellent matchup a couple of days ago. These two guys just had, I think it was in Kurgan Hall, so the crowd was incredible. My favorite arena to watch pro wrestling, and those two guys just went all out. And Teton, man, he's so versatile, and I love that he always gets the spotlight in the Best of Super Juniors tournament, and Fujita has been the MVP of the tournament so far. More on that in a bit. And my third honorable mention, going to show some love to our good friends over at Major League Wrestling. I have not finished watching their premiere of MLW Fusion, but I have watched Austin Aries versus Trevor Lee from the Saturday show. This felt like peak 2000s ROH at its finest, and it felt like I was like, I haven't seen Austin Aries in a full range singles match in a while, and he looked good in the matchup. But Trevor Lee, great performance in that matchup. Shout outs to him. We had a couple of interviews with him over the last 2 weeks or so gotta show him some love there. But number 5 this week, I went with Konosuke Takeshita versus Daniel Garcia from Collision. Just a terrific matchup to close the show. Great different styles that they had. It felt like Garcia had a game plan of going after the leg to chop down the bigger Takeshita, and Takeshita just firing up and having those spirited comebacks. He's so great as a babyface in every which way. Number 4, Seth freaking Rollins versus Braun Breaker from Monday Night Raw. Better than any other matchup on WWE Clash in Italy, so I had to show it love here. And Braun Breaker, when he gets the chains off and he's able to go out there and really deliver, he just does every single time. And Seth Rollins is one of the best in WWE. Number 3, Kosei Fujita versus Daiki Nagai from the Best of Super Juniors. This is one of the best matches of the entire tournament. Daiki Nagai is one of my favorite young prospects in pro wrestling today. He's a young lion still, and he just has that spirit of the young lion of the New Japan Dojo. Every time he's out there, just a spirited underdog babyface performance, and Fujita working as the bully just worked so well here. It's one of the Fujita matches is the match of the tournament, but Fujita has just ran away with MVP of the tournament. I'm looking forward to Fujita versus Robbie Eagles on Friday in the semifinals. Number 2, Will Ospreay versus Mark Davis from last night's Dynamite. This is my type of Attitude Era. Attitude Era with modern day grabs is just the perfect meshing of styles, and I loved every minute of this matchup. One of the better Dynamite main events of the year so far for me. But number 1, easily, it's El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano. Just a perfect pro wrestling presentation. This is easily a top 3 match of the year candidate. I think I have it probably at number 2 right now overall for the year, but I wouldn't blame anyone who thinks that this is the match of the year. Just presentation from the video package to the entrances to the in-ring action and all the smoke and mirrors and the different things that played into the storyline with Los Americanos and the Creeds and Andrea and the blind comedian and Pepe, which popped me so much. Pepinella, let's go, showing up and smashing the guitar on original El Grande, and just a hats off to Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser, because this gimmick, this feud was never supposed to be this immaculate, and they made it possible, and they had the greatest night of their 2 careers, and the post-match was absolutely phenomenal as well. So a perfect matchup, 5 stars, 5-star plus for me. One of the best matches that we're going to talk about all year long. So what's your worst of the month?
My number 1 worst of the month was El Grande Americano against the OG El Grande Americano. Because it's a mask versus mask match. Why are you trying to rip the mask off? Just beat the dude, and then his mask has to come off legally. The logic to this match made no sense to me. And then you had all these people running in and everything. Didn't like any of that. That was technically a June match. It'll be on my worst of the month for June. All these run-ins from the main event last night. But yeah, this mask versus mask match, didn't care for it. Again, I don't get why they kept ripping at the mask. They could just beat him.
Such a troll.
They could just win.
It's such a troll. I don't know why we deal with this every single week. Such a troll.
Number 2 is going to be Bandito against Swerve Strickland. Oh, let me hold this guy up here on my shoulders. I wonder what he's going to do here. Oh, he kicked me in the head. Dummy. Just throw him. Stupid spot. Hated that. Hated this entire match, honestly. Let me do this little flip thing. Oh, he caught me, and then he dropped me on my... Bandito might be one of the dumbest wrestlers I've ever seen with the stuff that he does.
Why are you this way? I don't understand.
I don't know. It's funny. It's funny.
Continue.
Number 3. I'm only doing top 3. Where's the matches?
Okay.
Number 3, every single Darby Allin match.
No, God.
He had so many stupid matches that were awful. MJF, Konosuke Takeshita, Sammy Guevara, Pac. The Pac was the most offensive one of the bunch. Why are they wrestling on a golf course? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. You can't beat the person on the golf course. Get him in the ring. Stupid. And then his body broke down. Gee, wonder why? Because you kept wrestling a bunch of dumb matches all month. Imagine if Darby Allin was on social media and he just saw me like call all of his matches stupid.
Just so stupid. What? Stupid, stupid, stupid.
All right, the real worst of the month.
Why is he this way, people? I don't understand.
The real worst of the month, everybody.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, and Jeremy's gonna have MJF calling in about calling his match stupid. If MJF wants to come on, that'd be completely fine with me. Number one for the 5th straight month, the WWE Women's Tag Team Division. Throw a dart, pick one of the matches.
Just pick any of them.
I don't care. The real one here is this Brie and Paige run has been just
god awful.
god
awful.
Oh man. Have they had a single good match? Like, I'm not trying to troll.
I don't think so.
Like, have they had a single good match? I think they had like 2 different matches against Lash Legend and Nia Jax, and neither of them were good.
Nah, they both sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's sad because I like Brie, I like Paige. Ain't doing anything. None of these matches are good. I'm sorry. They're just not. Number 2, we're going to stay in the WWE Tag Team Division here. The Usos against Solo and Tala Tonga. I don't even know if people remember this match because it wasn't memorable.
It wasn't memorable whatsoever.
Dude, what happened to the Usos, man?
They lost their mojo. You separate them for what, 2 years? And then just decided to put them back together? No, they ain't gonna be as good as they once were.
Like, Solo. Tala Tonga, he wrestles like 2 matches every year, so I can't fully put this on him. The Usos, they used to go out there and like you're guaranteed getting like a good like 3.5-star match out there at the very least, and then you put them in there with top teams and it's going to be even better. Between this match and the Vision match, the street fight was fine, but that other Vision, like
that first Vision match, was awful.
Like what has happened to these dudes, man? I feel bad for them, honestly, because Jay's just relies on the yeet at this point.
And now he doesn't even get to do it every week.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. It's not great. It's not great.
No.
I'm saving this one for last, but somebody's gonna get mad at me. Number 3. I think we're at 3, right?
Yeah.
We're at number 3. I feel bad because he's one of the best wrestlers in the world, but he had to wrestle Chase Owens, and Chase Owens isn't very good.
Konosuke Takeshita.
Yeah.
What was that? Duntaku, right?
Duntaku, yeah. I don't know. It like Chase Owens' offense looks like some of the worst stuff I've ever seen. And it's not even like a funny, like Tongaloa is funny with his offense. Chase just looks like awkward, and there's no force behind it. I felt bad for Takeshita. I was like, man,
does not look effective, especially next to Takeshita.
Yeah, because Takeshita wants to like wallop you, and Chase is firing back with this stuff that I was like, SP3 killed a fly before we went on the air that was hurting more than what Chase Owens was doing.
The fly is dead next to the floor. Stuff.
Yeah, it was. Number 4. We got 2 Damian Priest matches. I don't think either of it are his fault.
Poor Damian Priest.
He had a match against Solo, and he had the match against Tama, right? It was Tama.
Yeah.
No, Tala. It was Tala. It was Tala. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
The WWE graphics team
Tama faced
confusing them.
Royce Keys.
Yeah. Yeah, he had the match against Tala and the match against Solo, and neither were good. And they were way too long. Like, I don't need Damian Priest doing, and they might not even been more than 5 minutes, but they felt like they were 20-minute matches, and that was
forever
an issue. The Solo and the Sokoa stuff, just it ain't going nowhere. No one could possibly buy these guys as like threats or anything. It's just it's poor. It's very, very poor stuff. Number 5. Nobody clip this. Nobody send it to this person. If you do, please say it came from Joel Pearl. Matt Hardy and Vincent.
Was it stupid?
I will not use that word. I don't want to get in trouble. I will not use that word.
Oh, man.
It was a match, and Dutch and Jeff Hardy were handcuffed, and then they escaped because we had to have Brother Nero. But everything, but everything before that was just, oof. This feud is still going. They're doing this Wicked Garden match.
Yeah,
tonight.
Wicked Garden match.
I hope Joel calls it stupid on his post show.
It's the greatest match ever. Joel's gonna get bullied.
Yeah, Joel should actually call it like just say it's the greatest match of all time. That would actually be very funny. Dude, I don't know who checked in with the Hardy and Righteous booking. That shit
who
was.
Thinks that's the feud of the year? I want to know.
No, nobody thinks it's the feud of the year.
I know one person.
Really? Who?
Yeah, AO Productions.
Oh, I don't know if I know who that actually is, but okay.
Anyone who's ever tweeted about TNA knows who AO Productions is.
Oh, all right. I pay so little attention to these people that I don't know. That feud again, it never got started because the Righteous debuted to literally a "Who are you?"
Who are you chant? Yeah.
And when you debut to that in TNA, of all companies, you're fucked. Immediately, you are done.
It's not good. Not a good sign.
And this feud has been going on for like 6 months now.
Yep.
What?
No, it's definitely 6 months. They debuted in December.
No, they debuted before December.
Nah, they debuted at Final Resolution. I remember.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel like they debuted at like Bound for Glory. But okay,
nah,
I'll take your word for it.
Final Resolution.
Okay. Well, it feels like 6 months, even though it's apparently only been 5 months. It's still way too long. It's so bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a Stone Temple Pilots reference of the Wicked Garden. But TNA can't get the rights to that song, so they're just like, let's just call it a Wicked Garden match. I assume it's just like a no DQ match, but they're gonna hit each other with like flowers and rakes and stuff. Maybe they'll throw Miracle Grow on each other. I don't know. Yeah, I better see some hedge clippers at the very least. You know, I did some tending to the garden yesterday. I did
the Wicked Garden.
No, not the. Well, I mean, the front of my house looks like a wicked garden, so I had to use the weed eater and a hedge trimmer to chop down a bunch of stuff. So, is it a cinematic match?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, sounded like it. I think they're going to be in a wicked garden. So, yeah.
Okay, sure. Mm.
All right, I have my best matches of May.
Okay.
We got a run-in.
Are you excited for the Wicked Garden match, Sean?
You can't even talk about Wicked
Garden.
John
Alba was telling me how violent it supposedly is. Like apparently,
good.
like to the point to where you should decide if you want to watch the show maybe beforehand. I guess
Oh,
it's that
wow.
violent. But, you know,
Well, good. Violence can make up for a lot.
Yeah.
I'm actually glad that Nick Khan lied about WrestleMania 40. I'm like really happy about it. Like, first off, it's great content, great stuff for us
Yeah.
to talk about.
Yes.
It's hilarious. But like, I have been the person who has had harassment directed towards them because I've reported things, and then people like The Rock or anybody will be like, that's bullshit. That didn't happen. There's always been a plan. All that, doing all the hand motions and all that. And I'm like, you know what? Quite a few times they believed that stuff. And like, to me, all I got to do in my job is be honest to the best of my ability. Will I get wrong information sometimes? Sure. Absolutely. That happens. It's a business of workers, and the best liars in the world, I always say, in a complimentary way. But this one, I didn't
It's
see
so funny.
anybody believe it. Do you know how crazy that is?
How
For
can
some of the NPC fed-pilled people, as they say,
Yeah.
to not buy into that?
there's no way to believe it, because they literally put out a documentary saying, yeah, we had to change all of these plans. Like, there's no way to believe it. They put out the
I'm
documentary.
running a full article in the debunkathon tomorrow. I'm like, I didn't have much of a debunkathon until Nick Khan opened his fucking mouth. So now here we go. I got a full-size article that's going to drop Friday in that. I'm just like, I'm actually relieved, because I've got this as a frame of reference. Obviously, I've got the Rock thing as well, because like,
Yeah.
when Meltzer said, hey guys, by the way, Rock's not going to work Mania like 2 years ago. And then me and Ibu were saying, guys, he's got Moana reshoots. And then he showed up briefly, and he was like, there was always a plan. And a million people hit me up and said, he's lying. There was never a plan.
I remember when he showed up to SmackDown, I guess it was last year at this point, when it was the Cody Rhodes Soul promo.
Yeah.
They announced The Rock was going to be on SmackDown at like 11 o'clock on Thursday night. And I'm like, there's no plan. You don't announce, if you have The Rock, you don't announce him less than 24 hours before the show. This was a very clear Rock call and said, like, yeah, I'm free. Sure. You need me? All right, let's do this. And then they announced them. There's no plan.
And obviously,
on
if The
this
Rock's
stuff.
going to show up, you make time for him.
Right,
Like, you have to
for
do
sure.
that. You
Yeah.
have to. But I'm on. Listen, I'm just over the moon that Nick Khan lied about this, because it was such an egregious, like, insulting to your intelligence, offensive lie, that now at least people realize, oh no, Sean's not out to get WWE. Sean actually does way better when WWE is good and creative and all that stuff. We do. I want wrestling to be as entertaining as humanly possible, so more people watch our shows and are interested in it. The idea that I want to take down WWE, all I'm trying to do is report the truth. And man, that one was I have never seen someone say so. And imagine some of the crazy stuff that has been said. The Hulk Hogan lies out there.
Those are hilarious.
Like, those were some that I first saw that were almost exclusively like people went, oh yeah, sure. But at least he had the plausible deniability of saying that he was claiming that as a Hulk Hogan character, like, which I thought was actually a kind of funny excuse to lie. I would love to start doing that, honestly. That's why I should have used a pen name. But this one was so bad. Bad.
It was so funny when I heard it. And we talked about it on the show yesterday. And I was like, he said this. And I'm just thinking, you guys put out a documentary that that said you guys changed plans. Cody has openly said you guys have changed plans. Cody has said for the past 4 years you guys have changed plans on him. Every WrestleMania they keep doing something to his
They
main
meddle
event.
with his stuff every year.
Yeah.
Every year.
It is so funny. Nick Khan, but he's obviously a great businessman. You don't get in this position if you're not. He's obviously very charismatic when it comes to this stuff. Some of the stuff he says, between that and oh, we don't listen to social media. It's like, man,
when you did a whole storyline. You talked about cage match ratings on SmackDown television on the way to WrestleMania. And that's the thing with Nick Khan. Nick Khan was kind of viewed as like the MVP of everything because he got all the big deals with Netflix and everything. And then he started doing media, and that just plummeted his whole reputation.
Yeah. And I mean, he clearly he's great for WWE. Like he's been just incredible. But I mean, they have meddled with Cody's WrestleMania plans every year. That poor guy. Like,
and again, Cody has come out and publicly said this. This is not like oh, no one knows. You can assume, you can think that we've messed with his plans because of what you've heard behind the scenes or how it's played out on television. No. This guy has gone on multiple podcasts and said, yeah, every year they screw with my plans and I just got to do the best I can with it.
Yeah, so in the Debunkathon tomorrow, I'm going to run a full story on how the plans changed. I've got to go back through old reports just to remember how much things actually changed minute by minute, day by day, all that stuff. And I've got reactions from people in WWE. So do you want to know how I first saw that quote? A WWE wrestler sent me the quote, and then the second text was, "Is this satire?" And they were dead serious. And I like that because, occasionally a wrestler will send me like a ringside news link or something, and I'll be like, guys, why are you sending me this? Mm-hmm. Now those same wrestlers will send me things and be like, is this real? Is this satire type of thing? Like somebody sent me the Miz is going to leave WWE to save his wrestling career. And go where?
New Japan Miz, baby.
Strikes with Hiroki Goto.
Yeah.
What he's gonna do.
Miz in the G1. Let's go.
Yeah, like Wrestling Society X back on MTV.
He saw Tommaso Ciampa go to AEW, and he goes, "You know what? This is my work rate era. This is it." Come on. All right, fellas. I appreciate you guys. We have WrestleVotes Radio coming up on Fightful Select. It's got Mike Santana WWE news. It's got King of the Ring winter plans, Liv and Dominic news, Mick Foley wrestling news, and some more WWE stuff. So check that out. Again, Debunkathon's going to be crazy tomorrow. Somebody says Mizawa.
Mizawa is great.
I love that. But we got a whole bunch of news to drop on Fightful Select. Please support original coverage. I appreciate you, fellas.
Thank you, Sean. Enjoy your day. That Nick Khan quote. Yeah, I mentioned it yesterday on the air because I hadn't written the article yet, but I was like, I listened to this Nick Khan interview and nobody's run this yet. So clearly
it was
nobody
like an hour after the show. That's when people started running with.
I just assume everybody listened to this show and I was like, what is Jeremy talking about? I break news here. I dropped some clues, some news here. But yeah, I mentioned it. I was like, nobody's run this, but Nick Khan said they didn't change plans for WrestleMania 40. I'm like, you idiots! You put out a documentary saying you changed plans.
Literally did a whole documentary. What are you actually talking about? Do you watch the product? That would be my question for Nick Khan. Do you actually watch the product that you put out there, or are you just talking out your ass the entire time?
No. In fairness, Nick Khan was going through a lot. He had to figure out how to get Vince to delete text messages off of the
That's
app.
true.
So
he was still trying to figure out what Lejanus means.
Yeah.
Lejanus.
Yeah, Vince is like, or Nick's like, read it backwards, moron. Come on. What do you think it means? All right. What are your matches of the month, SP3?
All right. Number 10, I went with Mark Briscoe and Tommaso Ciampa from AEW Dynamite and Collision, the go-home show to Double or Nothing, the Anything Goes matchup. Then I got number 9, O'Hara versus Sarai from Marvelous Wrestling. That was a great matchup. Had to put it there. Then we got number 8, Kosei Fujita versus Master Wato from the Best of Super Juniors tournament. Probably the best match of the tournament so far for me. Then number 7, it's on a list that it actually deserves to be on, unlike what Jeremy gave you earlier. Swerve Strickland versus Bandito from AEW Double or Nothing. Then number 6, Darby Allin versus Konosuke Takeshita from AEW Dynamite. I believe that was the May 13th. Yeah, May 13th episode. I think it is May 13th. Then we got 5 Coping Cage versus FTR I Quit match from AEW Double or Nothing. Gave that at number 5. Then number 4, Andrade El Idolo versus Yota Tsuji from Wrestling Dontaku. Not enough people has been talking about this matchup since it happened. That was an amazing matchup. One of the best New Japan matches of the year. Number 3, MJF versus Darby Allin from AEW Double or Nothing. I thought this was an absolutely fantastic main event to the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. But the best match at Double or Nothing is number 2, Konosuke Takeshita versus Kazuchika Okada. I just actually watched, Jimmy watched it for the first time on GOAT Match Series. That's up on our patreon.com/True Hill Heat, where you can see his reaction to that matchup. Watching it back, it's just as outstanding as the first time that I watched it. But number 1 is the number 1 for the best matches of the week this week. El Grande Americano versus OG. El Grande Americano. Mass versus Mass.
That was the worst match of the month, but that's okay.
I hate you. All right. Are we doing this 82-0?
Yeah. Yeah, let me share my screen.
Okay.
So this is
I have no idea. I'm going in blind.
Yeah, this is a basketball game. All right, okay. All right, you read how it works, SP3. So the gist is you get a random team from a random era and you pick a player to fill out the starting 5 and you can't like overlap or anything. And then your team is rated on, it says points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks, and then it'll give you a record. And the goal is to go 82-0.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's about right.
I
think I've seen the D3 play this before.
Okay. I like to do Hoop IQ. I get completely screwed on like the 60s and 70s from some of these teams, because if you do the classic, like it gives you the stats and stuff so you can like build your team and everything.
Okay.
But Hoop IQ like hides the stats, so we're gonna do Hoop IQ. Okay.
Let's do
my best record so far was 63-19. I had
you suck.
It's very difficult. It's very you'll see.
I'm kidding.
You'll see. It's very difficult. But I had Iverson, 2000s Iverson, and 2000s Duncan, 90s Clyde, 2010s Kemba Walker. I think that kind of killed my team because I got 2000.
We get a decade of people?
It's a decade and a team. Yeah, it's a decade.
Okay,
you'll see how it works. You'll see how it works. Because I got like 2010s Hornets, and like you're screwed. I had to take Kemba because that was the best. All right, so we're gonna spin here. Let's see. So we got.
Are you going or I'm going?
Boston in the 60s. You can pick. Who we taking? Boston in the 60s.
And I'll take Bill Russell.
All right, that's fair. That's who I would have taken as well. All right. No. All right. So we got Bill Russell. All right, Miami in the 90s. Obviously, I can scroll. We can see who we got. See, Alonzo would maybe be the pick here. Tim Hardaway, maybe.
Yeah,
Glenn Rice.
Might have to go Tim Hardaway.
I would. All right, we'll go Tim Hardaway. I would say Glenn Rice. Small forward is a little.
Glenn Rice.
Small. There's a little less talent at small forward compared to point guard.
All right, I mean we can go Glenn Rice. We can go Glenn Rice. If this is a we're working together here, we can go Glenn Rice.
Glenn Rice is nice. All right, Glenn Rice at small forward. Now we're gonna end up with like 2000s OKC. See, 80s Washington. I got no idea.
Can we pick a center?
No.
Put him at power forward.
It's got to be in the positions. You see, the positions are listed
Okay.
underneath the name. It has to be that position. So
okay, but some people have multiple positions.
Yeah, some people do have multiple positions. Yeah.
Scroll up again. I saw a good name. Bernard King.
We already got our small forward.
Ah, damn. See, this is why we should have went with Tim Hardaway. Damn it.
I think Elvin Hayes, was he good in the 80s on the Wizards?
Yeah, Elvin Hayes, put him at power forward.
Yeah, but like, was Wizards Elvin Hayes any good?
I could not tell you, man.
Manute Bol, let's go. Was 80s Mitch Kupchak on the Wizards good?
No. Mitch Kupchak was never good.
Fair. All right, you want to go Elvin Hayes?
Elvin Hayes.
Okay.
Elvin Hayes, yeah. Power forward.
See, this is where I get screwed. Like the Washington Wizards 80s, I got no idea. And again, there is a mode where you can look at the stats to pick your team, but I like to do it blind.
Yeah, I was thinking that already, Jeremiah. I was thinking Wes Unseld, but we gotta pick by position. Who is this?
Philly in the 60s. I got nothing. Or Philly in the 70s, sorry.
Oh, then is Dr. J here?
Yeah, Julius Erving, yeah. Yeah, okay. We can take him as shooting guard.
The shooting guard, yeah.
Okay. All right, so now we need a point guard for our last pick. Okay, Boston in the 90s.
Oh, man. Chauncey. Chauncey or Kenny Anderson?
I feel like Kenny Anderson was better than Chauncey.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Okay. All right, 61 and 21. That's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. We're contender. It says we're contender.
There we go.
Yeah. So there's
We're
the
contending.
stats. That's honestly not terrible. Yeah, Kenny Anderson
Not
kind of
the
killed
word.
us.
See, we should have went with Chauncey.
I don't know how good like Boston Chauncey was. That's the thing. I don't know.
True. All right, so are we doing individual teams now?
You gonna do individual? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Here,
This
I'll
will be
let
your
you
team.
go first.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to go first?
No, I'll go. I'll go.
You go first.
Okay.
You go first.
Oh, Philly in the 60s. All right. We're going back to Dr. J here.
What, in the 60s or the
Oh, no.
70s?
Oh,
He's
60s.
not in the
He's not even there.
60s.
Dude, I don't
Yeah.
fucking know anybody from Philly in the 60s. Okay, Wilt. Yeah, there. Wilt. I feel good about
Oh,
that.
that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's
Okay,
good.
Phoenix in the 20s. Devin Booker?
Devin Booker. Yeah, Devin Booker.
Yeah.
You're off to a good start. Wilt and Devin Booker. Yeah, you're off to
I'm
a
going
good
to
start.
go
man.
Devin Booker as shooting guard.
Yeah, that's a smart move.
Yeah, I'll go shooting guard Devin Booker instead of point. I'm going to get like 90s Bulls, and it's going to fuck me up when I go to take a Jordan. I've never gotten 90s Bulls, by the way. All right, Denver in the 80s.
Alex English.
And that was my first look as well. I feel like Fat Lever was good just because I feel like he's good in the 2K games. I don't know anything about Denver in the 80s. Like, yeah, I guess Alex English is my small forward. I don't love it, but that is who I got dealt here. Milwaukee in the 2000s. I feel like 2000s Milwaukee sucked. Because Ray Allen, although Ray Allen was he was more tail end. Also, he's probably shooting guard. Yeah, I already have my small forward and my shooting guard, so that's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're done. You can't even pick Ray
Yeah,
Allen
I know.
because he's only a 2 guard.
I gotta go Sam Cassell.
Yeah, I would go him or Cliff Robinson if he's
I'm
here.
going Sam Cassell. Cliff Robinson's not bad, but I'll go Sam Cassell. This team kind of sucks.
You're doing well. You're doing well. I think you're doing well.
Philly in the 60s.
Why do you keep getting that? Like,
I know.
Why do you keep getting you Philly in the 60s?
And I got to get a
God
power
damn.
forward. I don't know any of these people.
Billy Cunningham.
I literally don't know any of these names. Sure, Billy Cunningham. This team sucks. I don't feel good about this team. Wow, okay,
at
fine.
that.
70 and 12.
See,
Sure.
I told you.
I think Wilt's doing a
Wilt.
lot of heavy
You
lifting.
have Wilt and Devin Booker. Those
Yeah.
two alone. That's doing the heavy. And Alex English.
Alex English was kind of nice. All right, he averaged 26 points per game.
Yeah, you did well.
Okay. I don't like this team as like a 2K team. That's mainly what I'm looking at. I was like, I would never have this team in 2K outside of Wilt. But Wilt's, look at that heavy lifting with Wilt, 27 points and 24 rebounds. That kind of saved things.
A monster. All right.
All right, 70-12 actually is the best I've ever done.
Yeah,
so-
that's the best.
Uh,
That's the best so far.
All right, you're up,
Let me see if
SP3.
I can outdo you. Come on, let me get some good
Knicks
stuff
in the
here.
90s.
Oh, okay,
Let's
we're off to
go.
a good start.
Let's
Let's go. Should I go Pat or Allen Houston here? Nah, I wanna leave that open. Let's go. Yeah, let's go with Pat Ewing.
Pat, okay. No Latrell Sprewell or John Starks.
Ooh,
You want him at
Latrell
center?
Sprewell's not
You want
that
him at center or
bad.
power forward?
Let's put him at power forward. Actually,
Okay. All right.
see what happens here.
Chicago in the 60s.
Oh, come on. Come on. I was so close. I was so close. I have no idea.
Yeah. Jerry Sloan? I don't know if he was a good player.
Yeesh.
Bob
trying
Love,
to
Bob
see-
Boozer.
Like, is there anyone that I even remotely remember? Sheesh. This is rough. Damn. Jerry Sloan? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to go with go up. What's his name? Bob Love is the only one that I like remotely know.
Yeah.
And
Put him at small forward.
yeah, just put him at small forward.
All right.
God damn it.
Yeah, that was a tough draw.
Yeah, that's rough.
I'm sure somebody has like good stats, but
Oh, let's go.
Lakers in the
2020
20s.
Lakers. Let's go. Where's
you take
Luka?
Yeah, you take
Let's
Luka.
go. Luka Doncic.
Yeah. I mean, his numbers are really good. So, where do you want him?
Yeah, let's go.
Point guard or
Luka,
shooting guard?
Let's put Luka at point.
Okay. All right, Chicago in the 10s. Oh, that's
okay.
gonna. I don't know if you're gonna get Derrick Rose because I don't know if he's gonna be shooting guard. Yeah, Derrick Rose is point.
God damn it! I should have put
Yeah.
Luka as small at 2 guard. Fuck. I can't change that now.
No. Jimmy Butler.
Ooh, Jimmy. Yeah, I could
Yeah.
put Jimmy at the 2.
Yeah, you can put Jimmy at the 2.
Yeah, let's put Jimmy at the 2.
I'm just scrolling, seeing if anybody else sticks out to you.
I was gonna say Joakim Noah, but let's put Jimmy. Let's put
Noah?
Jimmy at the 2.
Noah's pretty nice, but yeah, Jimmy at the 2. Okay, nothing else. Zach Levine. Zach Levine got numbers though.
Yeah, he does got numbers,
Yeah.
but we need some defense on this team too.
Yeah, true. But remember, it accounts for like counting stats. Although steals and blocks are counted. So
Yeah, steals and blocks are counted.
all
so
right.
let's put
Jimmy Butler at the 2. All right, so you're taking a center from
All right, come on, please.
Cleveland in the 90s. Brad Daugherty.
Brad Daugherty. Yeah, just call it a day.
Sean Kemp.
I'll take
Oh,
the
Sean
L on
Kemp?
this one. Oh, Sean Kemp is not that bad.
I don't think
Jonas Ilgauskas.
90s Ilgauskas though.
Uh,
Like he probably played like 2 seasons in the 90s, maybe 1. I feel like Sean Kemp was like washed in Cleveland too, wasn't he? Didn't he play there when he was like washed?
Yeah, I think it's after, like, if this was Seattle,
Yeah,
Kemp,
Seattle,
I would be
yeah.
like, yeah, let's do it.
I
But
feel like
anything
Doherty
after-
or Hot Rod Williams is the call here.
Yeah, let's go with Daugherty.
Okay.
57 and 25.
See, Jimmy Butler, his numbers, 15 points, like it's a little low. Oh,
Yeah.
Bob Love sucked. That killed you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was I knew that was the killer.
Yeah.
That was the killer for me. I think everybody else is pretty solid on the up.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that
Bob
was
Love.
the killer for me.
Yeah, Bob Love was tough there. I couldn't have told you anybody better. Bulls in the 60s?
Yeah.
No idea. All right, you want to do one more together?
One more round. Yeah,
Okay.
one more.
All right. Miami in the 20s.
Ooh, okay.
Bam?
Mr. 83, let's go.
Yeah.
Bam, Adebayo.
Bam or Butler?
Ooh, yeah.
Butler's got
Jimmy again.
numbers.
Yeah, let's go Jimmy again.
Okay. I'm looking just to see anybody else.
It's a Jimmy or Bam type
Yeah.
situation. I
All
would
right.
say Jimmy.
All right, where are we putting him? At least we got options with him because I think he's got
Yeah.
3 different positions. Where you want to put him?
I would say his best position is small forward, but
I don't think that really matters though.
do we want to leave that? We haven't been getting a lot of good 2 guards, so
I always want to leave 2 open in case like Jordan,
Jordan
Kobe,
or
Iverson.
Kobe. Yeah, let's put
Yeah.
small forward. Small forward.
Because LeBron, I'm pretty sure has multiple positions, so you can do like power forward with him and stuff.
Yeah.
Small forward, it really feels like you got to hope for like Bird or Durant or somebody, and even Durant might be listed as a power forward. I've never gotten him, so I don't know.
And I think Bird is listed as a power forward as well.
Okay, OKC 2000s.
There we go. OKC.
All right, let's
2000s. Where's KD?
Yeah, let's get Durant here. All right, Durant at power forward. Honestly, like I know Durant's the pick. Westbrook has numbers though. He has so many numbers.
If you want to go with that, but the 2000s Westbrook.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, 2000. He was more 2010s. Yeah, he was more
let's
2010s.
KD.
Yeah, we gotta go KD.
Forward.
Yeah, I mean even KD was more 2010s than.
But still, he was still.
But yeah, his numbers were tops. Power forward for KD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Power forward.
All right.
Jimmy and KD, we have to see.
70s Phoenix. I don't know too much about 70s.
Why do we keep getting into the 70s and the 60s, man?
Yeah, that's where it kills me.
Dumbass teams that like we can't get the Boston Celtics, the Lakers of the 60s and 70s.
Right, we can't get like the 80s Suns or the 90s Suns. We get Barkley at least, you know. I don't know any of these players. Pat Riley, Paul Westphal. I feel like Paul Westphal was nice. I don't know.
Coaches, you naming coaches.
Well, that's how I've heard of them is from coaching. I don't know if any of these dudes are nice.
Oh man, this is rough out here in these streets.
Greg Jackson? Is he good? I don't know, dude.
I'm trying to look like
Dick Van Arsdale.
People are saying, see someone saying Dick Van Arsdale. I think they're just saying it because it's a cool name, I guess.
Nah, I feel like these are like names that like I've heard of from. I feel like these are names I've heard of from like 2K. That's the only reason. I was like, oh yeah,
I'll
they're
let
in
you
2K.
decide. Hawkins. We got someone said Hawkins. It's rough out here.
Yeah, I don't like any of these.
Rough out here in these streets.
Do they even have like a center? I don't know any of these centers. I was hoping it was just like maybe just like take one who's like a halfway decent and maybe his numbers, but because we have blind numbers here, I don't even know who put up numbers.
Exactly.
Let's go with Dick Van Arsdale. I don't love using our shooting guard there, but
oh man,
watch. This is
no. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
All right. Then what are we going? Point guard?
Yeah, I guess point guard.
Do you want to take Pat Riley?
Let's just go
Paul Westphal. Let's do Paul Westphal.
Paul Westphal. Yeah, Paul Westphal. Let's go.
All right. It's gonna kill our team.
That was rough. That was
Utah
rough.
in the 70s.
Oh, come on, dog.
We could have had multiple Fred Saunders on the team.
Yo, this is ridiculous.
Dude, I don't know any of these people.
I don't know.
Pete Maravich. All right, we gotta take Pete Maravich.
Pistol Pete. Yeah, Pistol Pete.
I don't even know if he was good on Utah, but
yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Right, Dallas in the 2000s. Dirk.
Does Dirk play center?
We got to get Dirk
as center,
right? Yeah, we can get Dirk as center.
Yes. Okay. Good. All right. That might have saved.
All right, 59 and 23. The numbers actually aren't that bad for these guys. Like Westfall got some numbers here. 22 points per game, no assists.
See?
But
we made a good pick there. But man, we were struggling with these.
Yeah. Maravich got some numbers as well. The team didn't turn out quite as bad as it probably could have.
We did pretty well with those 60s and 70s pickups. All right, you want to do one more against each other and then call it a day?
Okay, all right. You want to go first or me?
I'll pick first.
Okay.
I'll pick first this time. Let's see if I can get some luck here.
Milwaukee in the 2010s. That's pretty easy.
Giannis.
Yeah. Yeah. What position? You got four slots here.
Power forward.
Power forward. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say that was pretty easy call.
That was the easy one.
All right, Andy in the 70s.
Oh man.
Alex English, Adrian Dantley.
Alex English. I'm not gonna stress it. I'm not gonna stress it.
All right.
Just go Alex English.
All right. Atlanta in the 2000s.
This is interesting.
Al Horford, Al Harrington.
I'm trying to figure out who was putting up numbers in the 2000s for the Hawks. There's Jason Terry.
Joe
There's Josh
Johnson.
Smith. Joe Johnson. Oh,
ISO
Joey
Joe.
Bucket.
Yeah. ISO Joe out here.
ISO Joe. Let's go ISO Joe.
Okay. Mike Bibby.
Numbers on the board.
Where did I scroll past them? Oh no, there he is. All right, small or shooting guard. You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Watch me get the Lakers of 2000s.
Knicks in the 90s again. Do you just want Ewing again?
Yeah, let's just get Ewing.
Okay.
Ewing at center.
You got some double up here. All right, now point guard. Lakers in the 2010s. Ooh.
Does LeBron play? Does LeBron play point guard?
I think he might actually. He might. Yeah, you can get.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, that's actually pretty nice. I feel like it's a good team. All right, 66-16. That's good.
That's not bad.
Yeah. You got a little lucky with LeBron at point there.
Yes.
Because it could have been rough. You could have been stuck with like Lonzo on that one. That would have been a tough one.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, let's see what I can do here. Philly in the 2000s. Got to take Iverson. We're going to put him at point.
That's good.
Yeah, I like the start anyway. Utah in the 2010s.
Oh, you're doing well. You're going into your generation.
Yeah, but Utah. I mean,
AK-47?
Darren Williams. Yeah, I already got my point.
Darren Williams.
Yeah,
Darren
I already got my point though. Yeah, probably
AK-47 or
yeah, but I feel like Karolinko's best days were in like the 2000s though. I feel like Karolinko in the 2010s sucked.
Boozer.
Honestly, like Hayward
Kyle
might be the
Korver?
play here. Nah, I think Hayward's the play.
Okay.
Yeah, Hayward put up numbers in the 2010s. Yeah. All right, Gordon Hayward at small forward. Put him at power forward? Jesus. That seems a little off. All right, Gordon Hayward at small forward. Atlanta in the 2000s.
Oh, you're doing good here. You're getting some good decades here.
You already did Joe Johnson. I don't want to like redo Joe Johnson.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Like Hawks
Dikembe
Dikembe.
Mutombo.
I mean Hawks Dikembe was like.
He's still a defensive player of the year candidate.
Yeah. I feel like Mike Bibby was good on the Hawks. Sharif Abdul-Rahim. He was beastly.
Oh, he put up numbers.
He did put up numbers, honestly. I can use him at a center. I'm going to go with Abdur-Rahim. I'd probably take Joe Johnson, but you just took him. And so I kind of just want to be a little bit different.
That's fair.
Put him at power forward. Atlanta in the 60s. Oh, Jesus. No idea.
Pete Maravich. No? Is he on here?
I mean, Bob Pettit's my first choice.
Yeah, Bob Pettit. Go Bob Pettit. Don't think twice.
I'm looking just to see. Maybe there's somebody. Lenny
Bob
Wilkins.
Pettit,
I already got a
back.
point guard.
Go Bob Pettit. Never look back.
Yeah, I gotta go. Bob Pettit. I don't know any of these other dudes. All right, shooting guard. I at least feel good at like I have shooting guard left open. Boston in the 80s. Can I get Bird as the shooting guard?
Yeah, can you get Bird at shooting guard, or you got to go with Danny Ainge?
I can't get Bird at shooting
small forward
guard.
and power forward.
Yeah, I gotta get Ainge. Yeah, I'll go Ainge. All right. Yeah, that team's not great.
I
don't even know if Ainge was. Oh, Hayward didn't put up the numbers that I thought he did. I thought he had much better numbers than that. Danny Ainge kind of sucked. I mean, Iverson and Pettit are nice. And even Abdur-Rahim is not bad. But yeah, Ainge and Hayward. Hayward kind of killed me, honestly.
Yeah, that was.
I probably should have double looked at Boston, but once I saw that I couldn't get Bird, I was like, who cares? I should have double checked to see if there was somebody else on Boston that I was missing. All right. Yeah, Danny Ainge apparently sucked everybody. All right, so that's 82-0 for basketball fans out there. Yeah.
We'll play that again next Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah, it's a fun little game to try to build a contender out there. So there you go. I do like the people who said they try to go 0-82. Let's do one of building the worst team.
All right.
Okay. We'll do it together. All right, so we're gonna try to get
60s. We'll do well.
Utah 70s. Okay. See, I don't know these people though. See, at least with like the current era, like we know who sucked and like who doesn't get numbers. Some of these dudes could. Some of these dudes could have what?
Stallworth or Truck Robinson.
Nah, I think he actually put up numbers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, some of these dudes could have put up numbers, and we just have no idea.
Yeah.
You do Bud Stallworth? Okay.
Stallworth.
He may have actually been good, and we're just.
You never know. You never know.
All right, Memphis in the 2000s.
2000s.
Yeah. I know Dante Jones never did anything. Darko
Milovich.
Darko.
Yeah. It's got to be Darko.
I'm sure there were people who put up like worse numbers, but Darko, Memphis. I don't remember him playing for Memphis.
Yeah, he was already a bust by then.
Miami in the 90s.
Let's go. I was gonna say Alan Digg.
Yeah, some of these guys I've never heard of. I don't feel like many of them got a whole lot of playing time.
Scott Hefner. Scott Hefner.
Scott Hafner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll go Scott Hafner. I don't know. I don't really know who that is, so hopefully he sucked. Philly in the 90s.
Yeah, the 90s.
Eric Lechner.
Eric Lechner. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there's no way that dude. There's no way that dude played minutes.
Yeah, I never heard of him.
Golden State, man, we got like none of our real era of like 2000s and 10s and stuff. All right, Golden State in the 70s.
Butch Beard.
Oh, we need a shooting guard.
Oh, damn.
Bubbles. You want to take Bubbles Hawkins just because of the name?
Yeah, let's go with Bubbles Hawkins.
Yeah, he might have been nice. All right, 17 and
17,
okay.
17
All right.
and 55.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
We suck.
We got nobody averaging over 10 points per game.
See, yeah, we did well.
Yeah, we did well.
Despite it not being in our eras, we picked people that we were like, they have a cool name, but they probably
yeah, never heard of this dude. Yeah, we did good with that one. All right. So there you go, everybody. If you're a basketball fan, that's a nice way to kill some time, if you would like to kill some time.
Sounds good.
All right, folks. That's going to do it for today. I didn't do a poll question. That's my bad, everybody. What did we accomplish today, SP3?
We talked about what I thought was a very good episode of AEW Dynamite, but Jeremy can't get joy out of pro wrestling, so he thought it sucked. And but we both agreed that Tekla with a live mic makes for a better day for everyone, especially when she smiles off of causing death to a company.
Yeah, no banner either. That's my bad. I was lazy today. I'm sorry, everybody. The biggest thing we accomplished
might be the worst reality show ever because no one finds their perfect match.
The biggest thing we accomplished today is that I threw the greatest head kick of all time. And Speedball Mike Bailey ain't got shit on me.
He threw the perfect head kick that doesn't reach your head.
It does for a dude sitting on the ground on one knee.
It does for a 7-year-old.
That's who I'm used to kicking. Kick all these little munchkins in the head. Let them know where they can find you at SP3.
Find me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. I will be live at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time. AE Ramble. Me and Jimmy Macaram reviewing last night's AEW Dynamite. If Jeremy didn't like sections of last night's show, I am surely positive Jimmy hated last night's show. So it should be a good one where we'll talk about AEW Dynamite. I'll talk some more about why Kevin Knight should have never joined the Don Callis family and why it's unnecessary and unproductive. And yeah, join us for that. Friday, I got Euphoria season 3 finale review with me and Christy Love on True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment. And then Saturday, the True Hill Heat flagship podcast. So join for all the good stuff. Go and subscribe the True Hill Heat YouTube channel.
We're back tomorrow. Myself and Joel is probably going to make me talk about TNA. That's very unfortunate. And myself and Steven Jensen tonight talking about a variety of things. Jensen's going to brag because Cody retained the title because WWE is boring and safe and they have no ideas, no fun ideas. So Jensen's going to be very
easy to
excited
find, hard to beat.
He's going to be very excited about that. So I got to deal with Jensen being in a good
Tell
mood
him how
over
lame
Cody.
that is. Tell him that everybody thinks that catchphrase sucks.
I certainly will. I certainly will. So Jensen and I tonight at 6:30. Again, Joel and I tomorrow at 10 a.m. talking TNA, I guess. Very unfortunate. No, I'm not gonna make Joel play the 82-0 game because like it's just gonna suck. He doesn't know any of these people. Like it's not gonna be good content because Joel doesn't know anything about it. He's just gonna be like, yeah, sure, this person, and he's not gonna care. Like he's not gonna get into it or anything. So it's not good content. It's just a waste of time. No. All right, everybody. Until then, thank you everybody for hanging out with us for the last 2.5 hours. Hope everybody has a good Thursday. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Goodbye.
That catchphrase sucks. It never